What up, Joe? Yep. Have a good one. Nah, I gotta. I'm picking up Chick-fil-A. Oh, we in the mall. It's in the mall. It ain't that big. It's just that we inside the mall. Nah, nah. It's the regular old mall. Well, the mall is 18 blocks though. I do believe it's the biggest mall, or if not, one of the biggest malls in America.
Hey, Ron.
What up? Hey, just the two of us again. Huh?
Just the two of us.
How,
Well, nobody wants to get on Pan. I'm sorry. Jeff is not up here.
uh,
Yep. Yep, usually
it's
gets on
called the
Pan.
Alamo. No, it's called the. No, yep, it's called the Ala Mall. Um, it's on Ala, but it's big as shit. It's like it's an indoor outdoor mall, 18 blocks long, and it's got 6 levels.
Oh, wow, that's big.
Yeah.
Come on, Pano.
I think he's still sick a little bit. He still got
Yeah, but he
the
was sick. He was sick the other day.
yeah. He
He
still
was
got the
on Pano. He
COVID.
was on Pano coughing it up, but he was also smoking, I think. So I don't know if it was coughing from the vid or coughing from the weed.
I go another DoorDasher right there. He used to ride an e-bike. Now he got a moped.
So, Grubhub did something very disrespectful today.
What they do?
So apparently, remember the times that they kicked me off?
Uh-huh.
And also, I declined a whole bunch, of orders. I declined them if, they're putting me in an area I don't want to be in, or it's too far away, or whatever the situation is. Because of that, so when they sent out an email, they sent out Grubhub only. DoorDash was like adamant about making sure we all got paid $23.90. What, $29.93, right? DoorDash was adamant about that price. So when Grubhub sent their information, it says in the thing that says that they can pay us either $29.93 or $17.96, which is the minimum payout. So because I was declining and because I got kicked off, now they're saying that is about acceptance rate, and then I'm supposed to be accepting everything that comes to my phone in order for me to qualify for the $29.93. So because I didn't accept everything, they're only paying the minimum of $17.96.
So how you gonna fix that?
Well, I have to call the place to make a complaint about what they did, because they
What's up?
removed the crazy thing is that they removed the the acceptance rate from the daily stuff, so it doesn't make sense because my overall acceptance rate is 70. Well, now I lowered it. I'm gonna tell you right now how much it is.
What's up, bugger?
My overall acceptance rate is 74.
Wow. Hey,
Yes.
Bob. Hey, Bobby, the link is pinned if you feel like
What's up,
talking.
Bob? I'm surprised he's still fucking awake. Oh no, it's like 12:30, right, for him. Yeah. So they did some fucking messed up shit. And, well,
That's bullshit though.
it is bullshit. I mean, Grubhub is the only one that did that. DoorDash paid me accordingly. They paid me $29.93, and I wasn't even on for that long. And by the way, my AR is lower, 58%. 58% my acceptance rate is for DoorDash. So it seems like right now I'm gonna finish doing my schedule for this week. I'm not gonna make another schedule
So will
with
you be
Grubhub.
will you be able to get back to the 29.93 as long as you accept everything?
As long as I accept everything. But it doesn't. How can I accept everything? This is the thing that I'm saying. I cannot accept everything because I am being, they're purposely like making me late to merchants. Because regardless of my OCR, you're still purposely making me late for these merchants. And to avoid being late, I just rather just like unassign or just like decline it. So that's where we're at right now. Because I can always work on my acceptance rate. Like that one's easier to work on than the merchant arrival or my schedule commitment. You understand what I mean? Like I can always do the schedule commitment and the merchant arrival like Those are more harder to keep up than doing my OCR. Because I've been like literally I've been on schedule for the past couple of days, right? I've been on schedule for the past couple of days doing all my schedule, and the scheduling has not went up.
She said it's
82. It's been at 82%.
She said it's 59% on Grubhub. Yep.
No. It's 70. It's 74%. It's 58 on DoorDash. I'll be right back.
Oh wow. I shouldn't have took this order. On Grubhub or on Uber? Yep. Dang. My AR right now is at 68%. And that's because they putting out garbage that I'm not taking. No garbage. And they sent me the same order 7 times. Lowered it once and raised it once. But they only raised it a quarter from the original. I shouldn't have took this Chick-fil-A order. Should have left it right there. Oh. You only got what 12 days left.
I am back. My AR is 10% on DT and 14. He's laughing about that.
We got 13 days left in the year.
Yeah.
So that changed that.
The 70% AR. Well, you don't understand, yep. Well, you don't understand.
So that changed your pay outcome in half, right? Or less than half.
No, I was expecting to get like 13, like altogether. I was expecting to be at like 13, like almost at 13. So basically, they owe me from the calculations, they owe me like $430. But they're saying because I didn't accept everything that that the regulations is that they basically they found the loophole. I'm telling you, they found a loophole.
Well, no, but
I think no, but Steve was saying this. Steve
Mm-hmm.
was saying that they are going to try
Mm-hmm.
to get away with it because not everybody's going to have to accept everything in order to meet the qualifications of the 2993. That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
And they
because
have
him and
to remove the acceptance rate because it's illegal to have. Because this is their way to basically control what we do on the app.
right, but this is what we was talking about when I did the podcast with him. He said it was two payment forms. You can take the $17 or you can take the 29.93. Now, what happened, in my opinion, probably what happened on a lot of the apps, everybody that first week they paid out so much money they had to come back the next week. Like,
Yes,
no,
yes, exactly, exactly.
no,
I believe
y'all,
that.
if you don't take everything, you only getting the $17. That's it. You ain't getting the
Mm-hmm,
29.93. So
mm-hmm.
that's just my opinion, and that's what it sounds like happened because they paid out a lot of money within
They
that
do.
first week. I've seen
Yes, they
people with
do.
the 2-3 thousand posted, like they got in okay, I guess it's called extra pay. So
It's adjustment pay. That's what it's called.
adjustment pay, yeah, but that's
Mm-hmm.
fucked up. You doing math for one figure, and then they break it down. Uh, it seems like I haven't did the math, but it seems like less than half of what you were supposed to get.
No, it wasn't half because they all together with whatever they gave to me, I was at 8. I'm at 826 for last week.
So I'm talking about for the
826. No, I was supposed. I told you I was supposed to get at least make it to like 1200. Right? I know. I
Mhm.
said 15, but I was off the math. That's because I didn't make 300 yesterday. I was at 700 by Sunday morning, but I didn't come out like I was supposed to because I was with the family. So I came out like later on. That's why I told you I didn't know what was happening until like late in the evening. You remember?
Yeah.
So I only was able to get like maybe like $100 before it hit 12 o'clock. Like so far this week is gonna be good because I'm already like at $200.
And then the kid's about to be out of school too, right?
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna finish out my schedule for this week with Grubhub. I'm not gonna make a new schedule, and I'm just gonna make a schedule with DoorDash for next week since they're the only ones that's basically paying what they're supposed to be paying. Because even if they're paying a lot of money, DoorDash was the only one that actually paid me, and my acceptance rate is lower. I think Grubhub just took advantage of whatever loophole that they had. Or maybe a lot of people took advantage of the app themselves and just assumed that everybody was doing it, including myself. Because Grubhub is more strict than the other apps.
Bobby
For
said it hit. Bobby said my solution just don't turn anal. What? I don't know what he talking about. That's what Bobby
I
said.
think he's talking to you. He's talking to you.
Oh,
They be talking nasty like that. They be talking about butt plugs and shit like that. I don't know. They're weird like that. Yes,
but
your
that's the
airplane mode hasn't worked here in a month. Yeah, I don't even want to use airplane mode. They can kiss my ass with that airplane mode bullshit. Because that's not something I'm gonna do. I don't trust it. I don't know what's it gonna do to me. I'm okay with not ever using it. So that's not gonna happen.
I
But
pray that I just pray that bullshit don't come here. I just pray it don't come here because
they're gonna start regulating. I think they're just regulating it. They're gonna regulate it because people will take advantage of it. And like I told you the other day when I went into a Chinese restaurant and there was a guy picking up three different orders from 2 different apps because I know the apps don't give you more than more than 2 at a time, not in the middle of the night.
Well, shit. Damn it, Ronald.
It depends on the situation, though.
Yeah, because yeah, it depending on the night. Because the other night I had that 3 leg parlay with the Taco Bell. So I did that, but I know why that was because it was late and nobody wanted to do it. So they gave me all 3 at one time, which was cool because they all 3 of them was in the same building. So that was cool. But I don't know. That's some shady shit right there. Like
It is some
you,
shady shit, and they were talking
that's
about.
some shady.
I spoke to like 5 different people, and they all gave me like different excuses. One said it was because of my blocks that I was on, and I was like, yeah, but look at the active time because my active time is more than my active time from last week, and you still paid me out. Like I got more money, I got more hours put into the app, and you're saying that I'm not gonna get more than this. You're not even gonna fix the issue, and basically now you're just saying now it's based on acceptance rate. Well, my acceptance rate is 74. But they're like, no, we're looking at it on a daily basis now. Like, but you took away the daily base, just Grubhub has like a daily, like percentage, like acceptance rate, right? They took that away.
Mm.
So you take it away like that. Y'all can have it for yourselves, like that. Y'all can see yourselves what's the actual AR for the day, and then you're gonna use that as a way to not pay and just use it on the basis like, well, you didn't accept these, we gave it to you, you could have made more if you just accept them. The thing is that they're gonna still give you money. They're gonna give you the $29.93 if you accept everything. But like I said on many times, sometimes they're not ideal. They want me to go into places I don't want to go, and like I had to turn off the app earlier because they sent me all the way into Yonkers. And you know how they lured me over there? By giving me $30. By
And they
giving me
know that though. They
that's
know
too
that.
far. That's too far. It was literally 12 miles when it was all said and done and I did the deliveries. It was 12 miles. Why am I all the way the fuck up there? And I explained to you, like, I don't like being all the way the fuck up there. It doesn't make sense. Yonkers is not the Bronx. See, that's what they're trying to do. Send me to a different place where the thing they can't even pay me for it. You understand what I'm saying? That's that's not even the city. At that point, that's Westchester County. That's not New York City.
And they don't have they don't have the extra pay up there.
It's a
How do
different
you
county.
like
It's not considered New York City.
torp out? Yep said, how do you like the new method overall? You still making over $30 an hour?
No, not for this past week. I did not make. I made 23 when I did the math all together with what I made. It was only $23 an hour.
But that's normal though, because you was getting 20. No, it was 29.93.
Oh, last week when they gave me the payment overall, it was 20. It was 32. And I worked less. And the crazy thing is that I still declined. I still declined offers. I was still kicked off the app last week.
So that's.
I'm telling you, they're doing some shady ass shit and acting like I'm not gonna realize what they're doing. This is why I need to go and complain and just like finish up with the. To be honest, I don't even want to do the rest of the blocks, but I'm just gonna do it just to see if there's gonna be a difference at the end of this. If there's a difference at the end of this, or if they're trying to do that bullshit again, then I'm definitely going. No, I'm gonna complain about it anyways. I'm still gonna go and make a complaint because of this past week. And if they do the same shady shit with this week, I'm gonna make another complaint because they just
It's
can't be
almost,
like, oh, no.
but it almost, well, from what they did, it almost sound like they had. It's almost sound like it's basically earned by time. Because if
Yeah.
you don't accept everything on earned by time, you get kicked off. You
No,
get
well,
kicked off.
they give you like earn by offer if you decline EBT.
Right. They put you back on earn by offer, but on earn by time, it depends on. I've never done it, but I see the offer. Like in the morning when I get up, it says if you do earn by time, is at this time it's 18 whatever an hour. Hell no, I'm not. I would never do earn by time. Never. It doesn't. Even when it first came out, it said it like these offers are the no tip offers. It said that, but they wanted to get it done. People see a larger amount of money and they go for it. I mean, I'm not saying that you just didn't pay attention
Same
to
what
what was.
what time? I'm
Yeah, I'm saying
sorry.
I'm not. I'm saying I'm not saying you. Most people probably who are happy about that extra pay didn't pay attention to the actual language of that deal, because even Steve was saying it on the podcast, like they're not looking at the $17 and some change. They're looking at the 29.93. And now that you have to basically, they're forcing you to take everything to maintain that rating or whatever it is to make $29. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
I
the
mean,
offers are not. They're not bad. They're all acceptable. This is what it's. They're all acceptable. Like this one that I just did is 11 and change. They just sent me another one that's 12 and change. The other one that I did prior to this one was $23.16. They're all good offers. It's just like I told you, they're sending me to places where it doesn't make sense for me to be. When I'm at my zone, it's not in Yonkers. You understand what I
yeah,
mean? Why
yeah,
am I
I
in
understand.
Yonkers? Why am I in Yonkers when I my zone is nowhere near there? Like literally, that's it took me 20 minutes to get back into my zone from where I was at.
And
20
that's
minutes. That's how
and that's
far it is. What
and
happened? I'm
that's
sorry, I'm getting passionate about that.
no, and that's still misleading to people because they're not telling you the whole thing about it. Like they did it. It's almost like I'm just gonna use the analogy of the lottery. Years for years, you can only have one way you're getting paid. Then they got smart and was like, well, we tell them they can get the lump sum. If they win $1 billion, they're only going to get 300 million. Now, most people are gonna say 300 million. That's really still you gave over 700 million back, and not even that. Not even that. Okay, you gave 700 million back, but if you would have waited for the annuity payments, you would have made more than $1 billion. You probably would have made $1.5 billion, almost $2 billion off of the interest alone. But because
Hmm.
because a lot of people want the bigger money and they want it now, 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 they
The
really
lump
don't think.
sum. The
They really
lump
don't.
sum.
Right? They really don't think about it like that. So that's all it is. It's like, okay, we're gonna give you earn by
Yeah, but
time. We're
my
gonna give you
experiences is giving information. Yeah, but my experience is giving you guys information about what's happening over here. This
right.
is why everything that just happened, I sent to UDM like that he can see what is happening. Now, like I said, this is what's happening with Grubhub. Next week, I'll put my focus on just doing DoorDash to see if they're gonna do the same kind of bullshit. You understand? And like that, I
That,
can come back and let you know exactly what's happening. But
that
so far, like I said, DoorDash. Never said anything about no 1796. The only one that said something about the 1796 was Grubhub. And they're using this as a way, well, we told you you could get paid 2 different ways. And the only way you're gonna get paid your $29.93 if you just take everything and you're gonna go anywhere that we want you to go. Because they still, even after, oh yeah, when I came back, I changed my distance, and they're still sending me out of my zone. The
And
first
that's
order
that.
that they gave me was me to go to another section of the Bronx outside of my zone that's not here. Like, I'm trying
And
to make sure that I stay in the zone, my zone, like I'm not trying to leave the zone. But they're
and
still
that's
trying to find every which way to get me out.
And that was what I was going to ask you earlier. Even with that right there, they tell you you can set how many miles you want, right? So you set your
Hmm.
miles, and they still taking you out your zone. So right then and there,
Yes.
that means what you telling me, even what you giving me $29.93, you still telling me
Mhm.
some bullshit because I only want to go 3 miles, and you well because the customer lives 6 miles away, and they're 3 miles into the zone, you still got to
Yeah.
go over there. That's bullshit.
Mhm.
I,
Look at
I'll
this
be
one
right.
that they just sent to me. I put my parameters 3 miles. 3 miles. 3 miles. This offer that they just sent to me is 5.1 miles.
That's fucked up.
Because the
I be
customer because the customer lives less than 3 miles from the restaurant. But where I'm
Wow.
at, where the restaurant is at, that's another 2 miles, and then I have to come back to the customer. You understand? Like,
Right.
that's what I've been saying for the longest. Like, it doesn't matter if you put your limits; they're still trying to find a way around it to make sure you're still taking these offers, even though you're putting your parameters
Yeah.
and you're
I'll be
still
right back.
trying distance. Because they're like, oh no, but you're the restaurant is less than 3 miles, and you can do this delivery. I swear. Before, the one that was 2316, that one was 9 miles. Wait, let me look at it. Let me look at it because I wrote it down. 8.2 miles. It showed up on my phone as 9 miles. It took me 25 minutes to complete. The only reason why it was that many miles is because I was nowhere near the restaurant, but the customer was less than 3 miles away. So basically, I was always south. They sent me north to do this delivery because the customer was like a couple blocks away, like literally less than 10 minutes away from the restaurant. This is what they're doing right now. I'm telling you, it's crazy out here. And they just want me to get on the damn highway. It's always the highway. Always the highway. Always the highway. And they give me the reason why I'm getting late to these restaurants is because, like I told you, there's no point of getting on the highway, so therefore I go through the streets. They don't want me to go through the streets. They're like, I'm prolonging going through the streets when I can get on the highway and get there faster when it's putting more miles.
Hey,
That's why
the link,
it shows up the way that it does. Well, he's like,
auto.
I can't read that, honey.
No, I'm saying auto. The link is in the chat. You can if you want to come up
Yeah,
as
I
pin.
can't read that because my thing is, if it's less drivers often on stacks, they could totally afford it. But DD chases the high turnover, high applicant acceptance stuff way too hard, like a bad fast food way. Yeah, I think that's the difference between DoorDash and Grubhub, because Grubhub tries to retain drivers, but it's their bullshit that they be doing. They try to keep you. Most likely, they try to keep you because it's such a high payout. Because believe me, Boots, if you see something that says 12, what is it? 1241 for 5 miles, you're not gonna take that. Huh?
I'm
Huh?
not saying I'm not gonna take that, but
Yeah, but
the
no, but
fact,
that's how they be luring you. No, Grubhub is this is
right?
how they lure you to stay with them because the payouts are great, whether the person is tipping or not. The payouts is wonderful. It's
But
wonderful. Just
but that's a slippery slope because sometimes I don't take those offers because I know, like for instance, this the one I just did from Chick-fil-A. I shouldn't have never took that offer. It was 9 miles for $13. I had to go to the mall, then I had to bring it out here, and I gotta. I mean, I'm gonna get an offer probably on the way back, but I shouldn't have took that offer. I know I shouldn't,
why
but
you took it then? Why you took it?
because I mean, really, I was bored, and I'm trying to it's been so much shit. I'm just trying to stay focused and get myself through this week. So I got vacation coming up. That's all it is. I'm trying to stay because I know I don't want to. I have to deal with a lot of shit, so I gotta stay focused. So I took it for
Sure.
just for the drive, just for the drive to come out here and put a little uh
Distraction? A
di-
distraction?
little thought distraction on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So but in that case like that, like there
Time,
it's
clothes,
the all the but see the thing,
money
even
for pay? No,
even
okay. Thank you.
even if it come down to it, right, and you don't do Grubhub this week or next week, and you just do DoorDash, the the the, the whole the whole the whole area has the same payment. So DoorDash probably do the same shit. You gotta basically accept everything, and that's bullshit because now it's not just on Grubhub, it's not just on Uber Eats, it's not just on DoorDash, it's on every app. So every app can pull the same shit. Every
Mm-hmm.
app you can mess around and be on Spark and get a $200 items to shop for $10, and if you don't take it, you risk losing $30. Like that does that whole. I don't know because
Yeah, that's
I'm not there.
bullshit.
I don't know because I'm
Assuming
not
it
there. But
gets that bad.
that whole but guess what though, Otto? How we know it's
Mm.
not gonna get that bad? Because they were hoping everybody see that, and it's bullshit within itself. Because basically now they know what they did. You're making 17 an hour. You're making less than what you would have made doing per offer. There's no way they didn't know that they were going to wind up paying half these people $17 an hour, which ain't shit when you know you can make more than $17 an hour. But that's the thing. When you ask for handouts, when you ask for help, when the government come in, shit like this happen. And that's fucked
Mm.
up. They didn't even tell they and it's fucked up because they didn't even warn you. They didn't warn you. They waited till you. It's just like a job. When you put your 2 week notice in, the next day or the next hour or at the end of that shift, oh, we don't need you. We going in a different direction. I done seen it happen countless times. People they'll let them work, or they know they about to fire you. They'll let you work all day and then fire you at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's bullshit. That's
Yep.
straight
That
up
happened to
bullshit.
yeah, that happened to a coworker of mine. We went on the whole day, and then when it was time for us to basically leave for the that they were letting her go. Why have her come in? Why have her come
because they
in?
because they knew either they knew that they was going to let her go and they didn't have her replacement there yet, or they had her not knowing, training her replacement and then let her go that day. Like the couple, and this is not the space, but all of a sudden that shit just looks like now more so ever they're gonna try to push the W-2 shit. The
Hmm.
gig apps are gonna be W-2 workers. That's bullshit.
Well, if that is the way that is gonna go to, I won't be doing delivery work because even with the hair app, the crazy thing is that being a hairdresser, there's many ways of being paid. With being a hairdresser, there's three different ways. You're either getting commission, you're either getting hourly pay, um, and you're selling products or whatever it is. You're getting paid in tip money, right? So you're getting paid by different ways. So ideally, when I've worked in places where they pay me hourly as a hairdresser, it's like a lot more regulated. You can't work the hours that you want because, I mean, if you're working the hour, if you're working like a steady 40-hour a week job, because that's normally what it would be. If there's no money coming into the business, they'll try to make sure that they don't have to pay you. So they'll get like they'll make sure that they'll try to not give you the hours because obviously there's no business coming in, because if they do that, then they're losing money by that too. So it's always best in my way, in my line of work, to always be getting money from commission based jobs. You understand? Like doing my little gigs that I do with them, because I mean they're not so regulated like being at a shop. I can do pretty much what I want, work only one job, make more money than if I'm working at a shop. But those kind of jobs you got to be consistent with. I would rather go back to doing that if I have to, majority of the time, than do delivery work and be on some hourly wage and they're telling me what I need to do with what I want to do. Like, I'm in my car. How are you going to tell me what I'm going to do in my car? How are you going to tell me where I need to drive? Because that's already what they're doing. Like, that's what they're doing right now. They're basically like, no, you have to get on the highway because it's faster for you to get here. But in reality, like, I don't need to go through the highway. I can just drive straight through.
Wait, does it actually
Yeah, but
force you to follow the map, or?
The map is
no, it
always
don't
trying to
force
send
you,
me
but
through
that
that. The map is always trying to send me through the highway, just like their app does inside. Like their map app, like the map that it has inside the app is always showing me to get on the highway.
I
So
think you can ignore that if you
it's
know
the
you're
same
getting
thing.
there in the same time, though.
well, no,
It
you
You'll
can
get in any
always
trouble.
you can always hit the like with me, I always check for all routes, because if
Yeah.
you look at the when you're doing a route and it got a route, if you look at the map, it'll have gray routes. It'll have routes grayed out. You can hit that and it might say 4 minutes longer or 2 minutes shorter, whatever it is, but you can always find different routes. So
Yeah.
I don't, and then even with me, if I know where I'm going, I don't even hit the directions because I know where I'm going. I don't have to. I don't know. I don't have to. I don't need it. For one, I don't like that goddamn speedometer in my face. That shit irritates.
Yeah, I'm with
So
you on
I
that
don't
one. I've
even
kind of
turn it
gotten over it,
on.
thankfully. Partly because of you. You were like, "Oh yeah, I'm red all the time," and it's like it's just people drive that fast out here, and also they don't have all the fucking the Google Maps thinks some roads are like 20 less than they actually are. We have like a 50, 55. It's like posted, and it thinks it's 35, and it's like, I'm sorry, Google Maps, I'm not slowing down for you. But I don't think they monitor on that.
Yep, Google is the one that shows you different routes. Google's always showing me different routes that's not straight through. I think it's a pistol right there. Never straight through. Like I told you, like I'll be on the street that I'm supposed to be picking up or delivering to, right? And it's still showing me a different way to get there because it believes the faster way is for me to go around. Because the street that I'm on either has like lights that could basically prolong the time that I could get there quicker. So it'll take me like around like through the back streets where there's no light and it's just stop sign. Because you don't really have to stop for that long at a stop sign. You have to stop at a red light.
Exactly. So it just works out way better.
And then I don't trust them with that speedometer. I don't know what they about to do. They keeping data and all this.
I mean, I get distrusting it, but I wouldn't worry about it too much.
When you do it for directing, I don't worry about it, but I don't trust it.
Yeah, that's fair. Then I'm in the same mind. I got a quick question. Do you guys or maybe Sessions isn't always up, so that's wrong. I was gonna say, Ron, you always have a camera up like on your stream for the most part. Do you use a separate device to stream than what you use to work?
I got 2 phones.
Okay, all right.
Actually, I got 3 phones, but I haven't activated my 3rd phone yet.
Okay.
I
got 2 now. So, and what do you use? Do you just use the regular Google Chrome browser for StreamYard?
I guess I don't even know what. Yeah, it's Chrome. It's Chrome. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I have 2 phones. I have 2 phones. I use my Samsung to be on stream.
Gotcha. Okay,
yeah,
so that is what everybody was. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then too, I always keep mine above the heat, above the AC, and I keep the charger plugged up.
And it overheats.
Yeah, you don't even overheat. It overheats super fast.
Yeah, when you're on StreamYard, it overheats, so you have to cool it down, especially in the summertime. Oh, yeah, the summertime it gets even more.
It's always summertime here.
Yeah, the summertime will turn that shit up. Oh, if you don't keep it on the air conditioner.
Especially that heat coming from that windshield, coming off that windshield, man. You like, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just think
you got a good service provider too, because you're moving around, so there's not a lot of areas that have good service.
You ever check how much data it uses to stream?
It'll tell me.
No, I mean, it tells me, but I mean, I have unlimited data.
Okay.
Well, see, I got unlimited data, and they tell me you use your phone 3 times much than last month.
My phone tells me the same thing too. It says, "Oh, you use this amount of money. We're gonna put it on slow mode."
Oh yeah, when you get over 40 gigs on some plans or whatever their cap is.
Yeah, like
it's some kind of cap, but I don't usually pay attention to it because I still end up being on StreamYard like pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And then one of my phones is actually a plan, and then that's in the business, and then the other phone is a prepaid phone. But I still put the prepaid phone in the business too. So the phone bills just get rolled off on taxes. So it don't matter. It don't really matter.
Yeah, it's all right.
It don't really matter. It's all long as it's under the business platform, you can write it off.
You can write off anything, even clothes that you use for work.
Yep. Clothes, shoes, socks.
It's all a write-off.
It's all a write-off.
Yeah. I learned that a long time ago.
That's why I be trying to tell. That's why I be trying to tell Eric, like, look, quit worrying about miles. Sometimes you can write them off. Oh, but he don't always listen.
I'll be right back.
And you can write off miles without even having the LLC. I mean, you got a good enough account, and you can write your miles off without even having an LLC. You might have to keep more track of them, more documentation of the miles and your gas. Now the gas without an LLC is going to be, they're not going to pay you all out for all you spent, but you'll get some of it back, and then it could knock more of your deduction down, just from what you would get in the refund for the gas. You just got to look at everything you do, even though it might come through your bank statement, but just make sure you try to keep some receipts. If you got any major repairs, keep the receipts for that. I mean, shit, I'm gonna try to write off some of these damn parking tickets like that. Shit.
If it works, I mean, maybe.
Hey, I'm trying to do it. Listen, I'm throwing everything at it. Yeah. Everything. And then this year gonna be more than last year. So I got a shit ton I need to make up to write off. Last year I wound up having to pay $12,000. $12,000. Which was good though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Definitely.
was good.
I mean, it's 12 grand in your pocket, isn't it?
No, it's out of my pocket.
Oh.
I had to give them 12 grand.
Oh.
And everything else was mine.
I got to learn about all these taxes.
You just gotta learn and study, and they gotta get you, get you a person that's really gonna dig deep into it, that know they shit, like for real, and they can boom, 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 boom. Don't trust cousin Pookie or Ray Ray. No, for real. Don't be taken advantage of too. Like a lot of stuff that people do when you get paperwork filed, if you let me file it, I'll only charge you this, and then you look up, you don't spend 2,000-3,000, and all you had to do was go down there and do it yourself, and maybe 400-500, if that much. You might spend 200-300 or $150 to get everything you need, depending on your state, state you're in. It's not most of the paperwork that you need to be filed. It may take a little bit longer to do it, but it's well worth it trying to do it. So reading up on it, doing it yourself.
All right, be right back. 1 sec.
Me too. I gotta go in it. I'm about to go in this Wingstop. Hopefully it's ready. But I'll be right back.
Let's see. I used 300 megabytes. I don't know. It seems like something like maybe 100 megabytes an hour. So that's not too
What's up,
bad
JK?
necessarily. And then I wanted to mention this, but I also don't really want to go into this. I don't have a problem with anybody on any panels, and I was sad what I saw today, although I'm not blaming anybody, and I don't want to get into it. But I don't know if anybody, Ceci might have heard about that. I hope it just they work their problems out, and hopefully this doesn't continue to be a thing, because it's not.
There's always some kind of because you don't be on like Flex's channel or Alex's channel, do you? Right?
No, I've looked at Flex's a little bit, but it's like I thought it was entertaining, but I didn't know.
It's always some bullshit happening. So
Yeah.
it's either you don't pay it, don't be a part of it. It's better just to just not. I mean, I might say like a smart comment here and there, but it's mostly like I'm trying to joke around to lighten up the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let them be. I mean, I think there's just I don't know what happened. I just you have to look at it in both aspects at the moment, and then make conclusion of whatever it is, or just don't be a part of it and don't include yourself in it and don't say anything.
I don't think I was involved, but I was on like the panel where it happened, and I was like, and that was more coincidence. I didn't know about this shit, but I was like, okay, cool. I got my 2 phones.
What panel you was on?
I wasn't talking when it happened. I was on Giggity's panel. Just because he was live and I knew him. And I was there for like the part where like other parties came. I don't want to even like name names or give any nonsense to this because it's all like I really don't have a problem with any of these people, and I don't want.
It's always been there, like what JK is saying. It's always been the thing for ages. I mean, it's been going on. Sometimes I'm getting tagged in shit that I don't even know what's happening.
No.
Like the news has been tagging me for the past like 2 months, and I have him blocked. I don't even see what he's even tagging me, but he's tagging me. It's like I have to go and look for it to see what he tagged me in, but I'm not even looking for it because I don't care. Because the problem is with this person is like he wants me to basically get on his channel and talk to him, and I refuse to do that. And because of that, he feels a certain type of way. So therefore now if I'm on a panel and somebody else is talking about him, that's when he takes that clip and then tags me in it because other people were talking about him. So therefore now I'm involved in it.
I don't even know who the news is.
Well, it doesn't matter.
We don't talk about that.
Okay, it doesn't matter who they are. It's just that's what they do. That's what they do. And
they don't get airtime on this space.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what was told to them. Like they're not gonna get no airtime. There's no point of any response. I'm not gonna do anything whatsoever, and they're irrelevant to me. So
works out.
I have to say I watched before the replay. She went after and then had choice words for and the lounge also. Flex is my man. I love Flex. So
JK, why you look? No.
He likes to stir up shit.
We talked about this yesterday. No drama on the channel. All that stuff you talking about, no, not here. Especially not the week I had. I don't. And today is not. Today is not the day.
Okay,
yes, please.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Please. It's not. I'm trying to make it through this week, and I don't want none of that. All that stuff. I don't even know what's been going on, and I'm not really trying to know what's been going on. So we can have a discussion, but just not about that.
Yep. I think that might be the best take to have. I'm just gonna copy that if that's all right with you. Even though I don't have a channel or anything, it's just like, so if you see me anywhere, I'm not choosing any sort of sides or anything. It's just whatever. I don't know really what happened. I don't care. I've heard about it. I still don't care. It's just dumb. So let's not. Yeah.
We were having good talks about something else.
Yeah, anything else. We're talking about phones and data and W-2s and taxes.
I walked into you talking about data, and then all of a sudden you said something. I'm like, okay, I don't know what I should say after that.
No, that's my fault. I just, in case somehow, but if this is already in like the same mindset, that's the mindset I was kind of imagining and hoping, but I also don't want to bring it up anymore than that. So
yeah. We can't tell what other people do with their channels.
Nope.
And I don't have a channel for gig work. I've always said that even if I had a channel, it wouldn't be for gig work. It would be for like other things. So
Yeah, like I've noticed. I didn't really realize this for a while, but you know, Van, the guy who does all like the skits. Uh, he has a bunch of other channels that are just like. I think he has a food channel. Might have I don't know if travel, but I saw them
he has
briefly, but I was like, holy cow!
He has a Vietnamese channel too. He's Vietnamese, right? Oh, I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry,
he's
man.
Vietnamese.
If you're
No,
not
you're good. You're
Vietnamese,
good.
I'm so sorry.
I
I think
worked.
he has like all those kind of other channels. I didn't know he had a cooking channel, but I know he has to travel. I seen him
Yeah.
travel across America doing other things. But I mean, he doesn't always have to do like gig work.
No, and you wouldn't necessarily want to. I mean, some people that's what makes them. That's like perfect for them. But yeah, it's like you already got to kind of be in the space in some way.
What? Okay, I'm not even gonna respond to JK. Yeah, he has like 5 or 6 channels. No problem. Food Addict. This is his food channel. This sounds like him. Oh look, now they're upset because I didn't accept their bullshit that they were sending me. I humbly declined.
I kept talking about getting winter tires, and I'm still. That's been a thing I should have done earlier. We had a freak storm today, and if you looked at any of the news, it just said 0% precipitation, and it's like no, it's snowing like crazy.
It's snowing?
Well, I don't think it is now, but all this afternoon through dinner, it was on off snowing above freezing. So what would happen is the road would just be wet, and then it would have little bits of snow, and like so it was not the most dangerous thing, but it was the type of thing where we were having accidents because people would just catch themselves out on some slush because it would be there, then it wouldn't be there, then it would be there, then it wouldn't be there. It kept like melting and reforming over and over again.
Ooh, Painting and Craft channel? That seems interesting, Terry.
And then all of a sudden in the morning it's gonna be black ice.
Yep.
That's Michigan for you.
Yeah, I'm hoping there isn't because I have to be out in the morning. Like I have, and or I don't have to be, and we're gonna cancel it all. But I have like 4 doctor's appointments I have to help family with. So,
Terry, come join us.
Yes, Terry. Come on, girl.
I mean, realistically, with this type of stuff, anything on YouTube, whether you're involved as a creator or just participating, I think you should just do it. You gotta follow what you want to do.
Remember, I left this morning, like in the emergency. So apparently, remember there was a storm. Apparently, because of the storm, the lights went out to half of my apartment.
Ooh.
And yeah, so what had happened was there was a whole bunch of trees. Remember I told you there was some trees down? There was a whole bunch of trees that went down and they hit the wires. So we had to wait for Con Edison to show up and fix our lights. It was like half of the day we didn't have no lights.
So I'm gonna totally change the subject for a minute.
I was talking about lights. I was talking about lights. I was
lights?
talking about lights. Mm-hmm.
What kind of lights?
Christmas lights.
Oh, I love Christmas lights.
No, she was talking about her lights. She was talking about lights at the storm knocked her lights out.
Oh, you guys had a storm?
We had some
Uh,
storm from Miami or from Florida. JK said it was like a hurricane that was hitting him that came up to us.
That must have been what it was. I was getting like, maybe not. I don't know. Because it wouldn't be all the way over here, but I wonder if it affected conditions over here. I would think it could.
No, I'm near the water. I basically, I look out my window and it's the ocean.
Oh, nice.
Michigan just bipolar. It'll be 90 degrees tomorrow.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's Colorado. We're gonna be 70 tomorrow.
It'll be 90
70?
degrees.
Holy
90
shit.
degrees, then 3 below.
Yeah, 70
Michigan
tomorrow, and then Christmas Eve we're getting snow.
Oh, you're gonna have a white Christmas. I wish we could have that shit over here.
I don't know why for a second I thought you was in Michigan, Terry, but I know you in Denver. But yeah, because my honey be here on Sunday, so she gonna be missing all the snow.
Nice.
Yeah, she'll be here for Christmas. I'm gonna be rolling.
Hopefully, there's no storm.
I mean, if you gotta go ahead.
I'm gonna be buying some roller skates soon.
Ooh. You're not into the blades, you're into the skates?
Are you gonna be roller skiing?
Me and her daughter's gonna roller skate.
I used to roller skate.
We gonna roller skate.
I'm fucking dying.
We're gonna roller skate right up the main street one way. Which they do though. They do it. No, I tried blades for about 2 years, but they wouldn't never let me take them inside the skating rink. So I had to put them down. I had to put them down.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy to see that. Even though I never go to them, I like seeing that there's still like actual like roller rinks that are operating and they're not just like closed for business. Because that type of stuff's cool to see around. Like it just makes it feel way less. I don't know.
Oh shit! In Atlanta, Chicago, one more. They big on skate still.
Denver. Yep. It's big here.
All right, have a good one.
Yep. So the skating rink I used to go to when I was a kid, my kid used to DJ at, and they're still open. And so the woman who used to own it passed away, but her granddaughter runs it now.
That's what's up.
It's really cool, and I still got my speed skates.
Oh, we used to go to places over here skating. I don't even know if it's even open anymore. I doubt it.
Cause that's what's up. Cause you don't find too many kids or grandkids that want to take over the family business. They be like, "Oh, that's beneath me." There's no money in that. I'm gonna be an Instagram model.
Yeah, that family doesn't have to worry about the money, so it doesn't really matter. They just love to do it for the community here because they're a staple.
You need stuff like that, or it doesn't really feel like a town. It just feels like, or whatever. It doesn't really feel like a community.
Yeah, it's a tight knit community with Skate City here in Colorado.
But you see it all the time where the kids or the grandkids or the great grandkids get passed down something and they don't want it, or they sell it off for a quick $1. You see it all.
Real estate's worth a whole bunch. Yeah.
So yeah, we had a place called the White Fenced Farm down here, and it was legendary for at least a century. And the kids, whoever, the family sold it off, and they put condos there. It is so sad because they used to have their own farm, and you could go out and pet the animals, and you could sit down like a family, and they'd serve the food, and that was like 4 or 5 generations. And whoever the last generation sold it off. It was very sad.
It's almost like place here is the Kahlua Ranch, but it basically is Jurassic Park because that's they call it Jurassic Park because that's where they filmed 1 and 3 at. 2 was filmed on Maui, but 1 and 3 was filmed here. And you can zip line Jurassic Park, do the Jurassic Park tour. But the family, the actual guy, the King Kamehameha sold it to. He sold the property to one of the doctors for back then for like $4,000. Now the property is worth $1 billion. And Disney and all those places been trying to build or make get them deals to build on, and they're like, no, we don't want your money. And Disney tried to build a resort on there. They told them no, so they went somewhere else and built it. It's one here, and it's expensive. It's $500 a night. The cheapest room is $500 a night.
Crazy. They keep their
It
power.
is, but they pay for it though. Like you have people there all the time. I used to work that zone, and at night when you coming up to the resort, it's so
I'm lying. I'm
amazing.
lying. I think I will pay that. I think I will pay that because I want to go to the Stanley Hotel, and the Stanley Hotel is like almost $300 a night.
I want to stay in
Yeah,
that
that's
hotel in
pretty
New
cool
York.
out here.
Yeah, I hear especially with the Stanley Hotel, I thought it's beautiful.
I want to stay in
Yep.
I want to stay. What's that? I always pronounce it wrong. The one they filmed Coming to America in the original one. Aurora. You know what I'm talking about? It's in New York.
What do you mean coming to America? What are you talking about?
The movie Coming to America, they filmed it partially in that hotel, and it's like one of the biggest prestigious
The
hotel in
hotel
New York.
in Hawaii?
No, it's in New York.
What
It's the
hotel
Ardor,
coming to
the
America?
Ardor, the Ardor, the Ardorf
The
Roost. I don't
Waldorf?
know.
The Waldorf.
Yeah, the Rodolph.
Yeah, the Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah, I want to stay there, and I know
That's
they're
expensive.
expensive.
Very
I know they're
expensive.
expensive. Even though I don't like New York, I still want to stay there.
That's quite
I
like
can't.
that's close
No,
by
I
like
can't.
42nd Street.
No, I can't. I can't say I don't like. I just New York. The people there are rude, and it's too many.
I can't hear you.
Huh?
I can't hear you. The train is passing. I can't hear you. Hold on. It makes a lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear me. What you said about New York?
The people are rude, and it's too many people.
People are always rude. No matter what you do over here.
You can't even speak to them. They look at you funny when you speak. Like
Yeah.
the subway's a scary
But
place.
I'm so used to it. So used to it.
Huh?
I'm so used to it that it doesn't even bother me. I'm like almost jaded by it.
But I don't know who's worse, New York or Boston. Boston.
Well,
I
I've
think
been to
Boston.
Boston. I mean, they seem nicer. I went to Cambridge to like Harvard.
I think Boston is. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought it
'Cause
was
if you
nice. I
not,
just didn't like the parking. Like the parking was confusing. People were nice to me.
I think Chicago got the worst parking.
No,
I
I
think
parked.
they
I parked by
Huh?
that tower. That was the Willis Tower. I parked there. That was like a block away. It was not that bad.
No, I'm talking about the price for parking. I think Chicago got the worst.
The price?
Yeah.
I didn't have that experience at all.
I don't know
I
what I've
parked like a
gathered.
block away. I parked a block away from Willis Tower. I went to their ledge. You know what a ledge is, right? So it's like a clear box in the side
That
of
glass,
the
and they
in
tilt
the
you.
side of the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, they
And
tilt you
basically,
down.
yeah, you can look down and stuff like that. It's kind of scary.
I went on there. I went on that one, and I went on the glass, the one where you walk out and lay on the glass, and they take pictures. And you walk
Yeah,
like
that one.
you.
That's the ledge. Yeah, that's the ledge.
Yeah, I
I went
went.
on that, And then I went even into another building that is called the tilt. Like you just like lay on, you hold the wall, and the wall starts tilting out, like almost like you're falling out of the
Mm-hmm.
building. I went to that, but I didn't have no problem with the parking. I mean, you have to pay for it, but I mean, you have to pay for every parking.
Terry, you
Even
still on
though-
panel? Why you say good night? You go. No, she said good night in the chat. Says she's still on panel though.
It does. It
Oh.
shows that. I don't know.
Do you know she? Does she know she's on the panel?
Yeah. Worst case, she's just here in spirit and sleeping in real life or something.
I know you gotta work. It said but your avatar's still up there. But you can mute it and leave it up. It makes it look cool. Makes it look cool.
Tell me if I'm wrong about this. I haven't had much experience being there myself, but from people I know who live in Boston, it seems nicer in general, but it's still dangerous. Is like the thing.
I've been to Boston one time. Once. And I don't think I ever go back. that's just the way to sum it up. I don't think I ever go back.
Wait, is that wait?
I don't
Wait,
know
hold
why
on.
it was saying I was on the.
Boston.
I was trying to exit.
But now you up there twice.
I don't know how I'm doing that.
Oh, I have been to Boston. I didn't even remember. Holy shit! What the fuck is wrong with me?
I'm gonna
Dude, I
let
gotta
y'all
work.
go. I gotta work early. Gotta go suck some blood out of people.
Okay, have fun.
She, the way she made it seem like she's like a vampire. Like I gotta
Yeah.
suck the blood out.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't know how I'm gonna work this out, but I gotta get off this panel, huh?
School trips. I went to Philadelphia and Boston. Apparently, I just mixed them together in my memory because I definitely saw the Liberty Bell in real life. I just didn't remember that was. Yeah.
In Philly? You didn't know that was in Philly?
I stayed in Philly for 6 months.
Philly seemed
What?
interesting. It was just like it also had like when streets went bad, they were super bad. Like you did not want to go down the wrong street, and it was like if you didn't know, then you wouldn't necessarily figure it out until it was probably too late.
That was for me. It was because work. I was there for 6 months on a work assignment. So basically, it was nothing but work and sleep. And, it was fun. It was fun back then. They had some good food because I was still eating junk. So they had some good food. I've been a lot of places. Live.
You could tell me if this is right or wrong about Philly. I got this impression, and it could be totally off, but it felt like one of the only cities that I can remember where you had like the huge like skyscrapers, but then it would also there'd be big lanes of traffic that were still moving pretty well, and then it would randomly be suburbs, and then it would be like skyscrapers, and it's just like constantly swapping between that, and it's like I don't know if that was unique to Philly, but
it's kind of unique the way they got it set up. It's an interesting place. I would like to see more of it, but like I said, it was work and sleep mostly. I went to St. Louis for 4 months. That's how I found out about Total Wine.
Really?
I wasn't dashing then.
Wait, when did you ever do Total Wine in Michigan? Because I thought we only had one here, and it's like
no, it's 3 Total Wines there now. The very first one was not West Bloomfield. Ann Arbor. The very first one was the very first one was in Ann Arbor. Then they put one in I'm going to probably it's Novi. They put one in Novi, and then they put one on the east side. But St. Louis is where I really like when I went to the work assignment in St. Louis. That's when I was still drinking too a little bit, occasionally. But some of the guys at the job was like, man, we about to go to the store. They got all this liquor. I'm like, whatever. Get there. And when I tell you, I was like so amazed. We had a U-Haul to come by. It was actually a budget truck, but a budget truck came home and I had 6 boxes of liquor from St. Louis. Like all different kind. But I mean, people put their orders in and they sent me the money and I paid for it. But like I'm talking about the liters and a half, the half gallons of Ciroc, $20. The Patron, the big fish tank, the $99 bottle, $40. It was like I was in the kid in the candy store.
Yeah, I mean that place is amazing.
It is.
The only thing I dislike about them is I think they might do it all around the same time, which is why I need to just figure out a way to avoid it when I'm dashing. But like I started a dash at like noon the other day, and it was I had a good time. It was a good Sunday, but I think it was Sunday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. That's why it's like my brain's a little. I took a nap and now my brain's fried. I have a good sense of time until I start taking multiple naps during a day. Anyways, yeah, they hit me with like 6 crazy offers in a row, and I could have done some of them. Like the mile to money was like 1-to-1, but it just would have taken me so far out of the zone on any of them, because they were all like 20 miles or more. It was just like, jeez.
Yeah, because everybody found out about it now,
Yeah.
and right now, the prices at Total Wine are still not cheaper than. Well, in Michigan are still not cheaper than other states, because like in Indiana, well, pretty much Indiana or St. Louis, whatever, the prices are cheaper. In Florida, see, Florida has Total Wine, and I want to say they have another one, and plus they have Walmart in Florida. Walmart sells a lot of good liquor too, but they are different from other states. So Michigan probably still got the highest markup as far as liquor.
Yeah, we just need one near like Highland Park or Dearborn or something, because it's like they did like if you look at the map, it's like they did a line that goes from like Ann Arbor up to like the north side where I'm at.
You got one in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, no, I'm saying there's none down near Detroit though, or like Flat Rock or any of that. They don't have any down there. So like I see all these crazy orders going like down to like Grosse Pointe and stuff.
Well, Grosse Pointe, you shouldn't be over because they got one on the east side, and then you got the Liquor Castle over there too. The Liquor Castle is on. Well, never mind, because the Liquor Castle is farther away from downtown. So.
Oh yeah, no, you're right though. There are like alternatives. I guess people just on DoorDash don't know to look at the alternatives, and then they give us crazy ass orders. It's probably just more the thing of like DoorDash keeps trying to push way longer range orders than they ever want to pay for, and I wish they would do something with that, because I don't even think they wanted to like fulfill them, because they always just get rejected until they're up to like $20 to $30, and I doubt they like paying that.
I think I'm about to call it a night, because they giving me nothing but trash. They just sent me a $4 1 mile.
That's a big line.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's the most actually could take it. Never mind.
I'll be honest, I take stuff like that all the time. Do you avoid stuff like that usually?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially this time of night, because it's still like dinner rush.
Mm-hmm.
It's dinner rush, but not really dinner. It's actually the tail end of dinner rush. So
yeah,
right
what
now,
is it, like 9?
So,
it's almost 9 o'clock.
So right now, I'm getting the trash because I'm at 67%. If I was at 70%, I probably wouldn't have seen that order. So I'm at 67%. I'm headed towards the Cheesecake Factory. But the closer to the Cheesecake Factory I get, it's like the closer I get towards home. So I kind of like, need to rest my eyes a little bit, collect my thoughts a little bit. But I got a goal I need to make for this week. And I know if I don't do it today, or at least set the tone for today, I'm gonna have to go harder tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just been draining last few days. Almost to the point. I think yesterday was like one of them, like really one of the days I was gonna be like, fuck it, I'm about to head out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to do this shit no more. And then I got home and opened up my first I opened up my YouTube and seeing my short with almost 10,000 views on it.
Nice.
Oh, the one with the Taco Bell?
Yeah, it's got 8.4K views on it just on YouTube.
What about TikTok?
And that's in 2 days. TikTok, last I checked, TikTok was like around 3,000 or something like that.
Wow.
And then my Instagram is at another 1,500 or something like
that. Crazy, and they fixed the rack.
And they moved it. Yeah. They moved the rack. Though. That was hilarious. And then I got my YouTube studio sent me something saying I had 30,000 views. So it's been like a lot of things positive. And I had a positive message from somebody, like a real long message, and it was like it made me feel a little better. But sometimes this stuff it just ain't worth it. It's not like it's not. When it's affecting my money, that's when I got a problem. I ain't got you.
So when you went to St. Louis, you didn't go into the Arch?
No, it was like same thing. It was a work assignment. It was just work and sleep. Work and sleep. And we went to this barbecue joint in St. Louis, man. It was so like when I say
I didn't mean that your thing was like whack. I'm talking about like that, you didn't get to go inside there. It's pretty cool.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't do. We like literally it was job site, work, back to the hotel, paperwork, sleep. Yeah, because like when you doing work assignments like that, I had St. Louis. It was we were changing out fuel pumps, but we were changing. It was actually diesel fuel tanks, but we were changing out the fuel pump and the diesel tank. And 75. I had a crew of 75 people. So you gotta realize, like, all those, each individual was required to. We had 10,000 trucks. So each individual. Well, the good thing about the trucks was the cabs were off of them. So all you got to do, but you had to change out 10 trucks. You had to change out 10 pumps a day. So that's one person got 10 work orders. And it's 75 of them. So you can imagine what paperwork was like at night. And by the time, so we had to be at the job site at 6. Like, we had to be there at 5:30. Then we had to be working at 6. 6 to 12. They work, our break at 12. Go right back to 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, depending on the volume of trucks we did that day. So then you got shuttles and stuff, but you got to put them on the shuttle, get them back to the hotel, whatever it is, however they did it, And at the end of the night, they sleep, they shooting the shit, whatever they doing, I'm doing paperwork. And remind you, I got to be back at the job site at 5. Well, I was get there at 5 so I can prep. I would make sure everything, the seals and all that stuff, the pumps. I had to keep track of the pumps. I had to, it was so many things I had to do as far as a basic inventory or whatever. And it was a lot. So, job site, sleep, and sleep. But we did go to this barbecue joint, though. Man, when I say that brisket was like some of the best brisket in the world. The ribs, you walk over, they bring them to the table and you pull the bone and then come right out. Just meat, just fall right out. Man, it was the best barbecue.
You love me.
See, I haven't even got an order since that last one.
The $4.
Yep. And that was
And
like
it's
8 minutes ago. That was 8 minutes ago.
Is it was it slow?
It's not slow, it's my AR is low.
Yeah, that was the sad thing. Though, was I started that one day with like mid 80s, and then it went all the way down. I'm in mid 70s. It's not that low, but I'm still kind of like I don't really like being that low because I know if it happens again, then I'm gonna have to put in like a day where I'm just taking almost everything. So,
Well, for me, this is like my last week for the rest of the year.
mm-hmm.
So I have to come Sunday, I have to have an AR that's going to get me top dasher when I come
Yep.
back at the first of the year.
Yep. 70 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
These apps be so disrespectful. It's hard to keep it up. The AR so hard.
Well, I find it's like, and I don't know how you guys find it, but I find like it usually comes in batches both ways. I get a bunch of garbage, and then it will send me on like a 3-hour streak where I don't know how many offers I do, and I'm just taking them all because they're all at least good. They're not amazing, but by my standards, and maybe my standards aren't high enough, but by my standards, they're still good. So I'm like, sure. And then eventually it will usually, if I'm unlucky, it will be like another 5 or 6 that are terrible in a row, and I just have to decline them all and take the hit most of the time. Every once in a while I get lucky, it's a decline, and then the rolling 100, it's another decline. But usually after like an initial batch of terrible offers, like once I like set a standard for the day, it will send me 1 or 2 crappy ones every once in a while, but it at least calms down. I don't know if it's like that with everybody, but yeah.
I'm about to move in a minute.
Wasn't you driving the other day?
What was I driving?
Yes, I thought I seen you on the platinum driving.
What did it sound like?
No, you were driving on a panel.
Driving.
Mm-hmm. It's just a Honda Fit. It's like the same engine and the basically same car, a little bit different year that Chuck has.
It sounded like anything. I never said that it sounded like anything.
Oh,
I saw you on panel. You was driving. That's all I said.
Okay. Yeah, you were quiet. I wasn't sure.
What we're doing right now, you see how we're just driving? He was doing the same thing. I was happy to see you, and then I didn't see you. You ended up leaving.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing everything.
Have another person do the same thing that we're doing instead of it just being me around all the time. You're always welcome to drive with us.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, my only thing is usually the hours are separated. Like I'm not usually up at this, but it's good to know it's there. I like working late nights sometimes.
No, is that for Ron? Well, I work late nights, but for Ron, he's to him is not late night technically.
Yeah, no, it's not. Not at all.
It's basically morning for us. For him, it's just 9 o'clock.
Let me turn on everything else I've gone on in the background.
Let's see. 11:24. Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Cheesecake Factory, 825, 4.5 miles.
You're not gonna take that.
Oh yeah, I'm taking it.
It seems
Hopefully they stack me. I'm sitting right outside Cheesecake Factory, so it's not gonna be 4.5 miles because I'm already here.
Somebody got opera music?
No, that's Ceci's car.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you talking about the lady singing?
Yeah.
That's Mariah Carey. She's a street performer.
Oh, okay.
You can hear that?
A little tiny bit. I wouldn't worry about it. I think that it's like quiet and distorted enough. I highly doubt it would hit any like copyright if that was even a thing you're worried about.
No, I'm not worried about that. What I tell you they was gonna do? They just stacked that $8 order with a $6.25 plus.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. But cheesecake. But it ain't gonna be much though, for real, for real.
Meow.
Be right back.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah. You were getting... Yeah, okay, thank you.
It's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
It's cold.
It is. This is one of the first days where I've actually felt cold. I'm pretty good, especially when I go into it, like I have been with the work. DoorDash. I'm at least outside fairly often compared to stuff I've usually done. I'm pretty good at adapting to cold. Today was the first day I actually felt the cold, which usually is a good sign the seasons are actually finally going to like winter. It's not just bullshit winter. It's like actual.
Oh, there's Ron there. He's sleeping.
I think he is on an order, picking some stuff up. No. It's food. He just had to go back in. I think he got a stack and then he went back in for something. Or I could be wrong about the exact thing, but to some degree like that.
So I made
Bacterial
sure that
mats.
I'm not going past 4:30 today.
No. Oh.
What was I thinking yesterday?
I mean, how busy is it actually at that late at night? Because that's the problem I ran into is I guess up until maybe 2 on like certain days you would still be busy, but at a certain point people just don't really want anything and you have to wait until they start replacing breakfast orders, which I guess sometimes I've seen one at like 3:30 in the morning before, but it's not that common. It was like very clearly meant for breakfast, but so I'd say that. Although you're also in the city that never sleeps, so you have that going.
It's a city that never sleeps. I'm sleeping. Tired. I'm tired. People need to go to sleep. Like, seriously. Yesterday, it was a really good night to work. I had 2 orders from the same person, all together with both of his deliveries that I did. I think I made like $40.
You know what I saw the other day, and I've never seen this before. I'm sure it can get more extreme than this. I've seen like somebody getting 2 orders from separate places. This wasn't that. It was 3 orders with the same name from the same place. I have no idea how they placed that order. I had one of them, and another guy had 2 of them. Like, I'm not sure if they were just confused how the app worked, or I really don't know how that happened.
Oh shit.
it a lot? Is it a lot?
I'm back.
Is it a lot?
Yeah, Cheesecake Factory. Got a stack. They took forever. Oh man, I need to get some sleep.
You need to get some sleep.
Yeah, I ain't getting enough.
You didn't get enough. Don't tell me you was up the whole time watching videos.
No, I didn't watch no videos. I just my mind was racing. Plus, my family, they have to learn how to do what I do. Ignore people as much as I can, especially in this space. And the more and more it grows, the more and more it get bigger, the more and more. I mean, they just don't like it, and I gotta keep. The biggest thing now is my personal life is interfering with my pretty much working life, and it's a problem. It's a major,
No lifers? You said the no lifer?
huh?
You said no lifers?
No, my personal life and my work life, they're not supposed to meet. But when I have my mom calling me, it's a problem. When my kids calling me, it's a problem. I mean, my kids call me, so for somebody not to take that the wrong way. But yeah, like they call with concern. When I'm losing money, it's a problem.
Losing money.
Well,
Right.
I mean, yesterday I was $100 short. I was supposed to finish my week with 28, and I finished with 27. That's a tank of gas. Shit, on a bad night.
Bing. Whoa. No, I'm getting the hell out of here.
But at least I get to see my honey this week. So
Yeah.
$11 Sunday.
Cool.
$13 days left in a year. Although you got any big plans?
Well, yeah, I got Christmas with. I'll probably talk about it more once it's over. I don't know exactly what I do, but it's usually pretty big Christmas with my sister and my mom every year. It's due 2 or 3 days, usually at her place, and then usually, sometimes it's a surprise, sometimes it's not, but we'll usually go and do something special. So that's cool. And then the other big thing is, even though it's just like an afternoon or a morning afternoon brunch thing, I haven't seen any of my father's side of the family or I've barely seen most of them. I've seen one or two in like a year or more. So that's cool. I'm excited about that because it's like I didn't have any personal beefs, but there was just like something happening. I don't know. People weren't talking for a little while, so I didn't get a chance to see any of them.
family. It always happened like that.
Yeah.
Holidays come around, everybody get together, put on a fake smile.
Well,
I,
luckily, I would
I'm just,
say I'm not happy my parents are split, but most of the time there's no fake smiles at least because everybody's pretty much they're only there if they can really handle each other because they're all so I
That's
don't know.
not fair, Ron. That's not fair. I don't put on his face. Yeah,
no, I'm just joking. It's just a joke to lighten up
no,
the room.
It can be
actually,
like that
I'm
though. Yeah,
sorry.
no.
Actually, you know what's crazy? On New Year's Eve, I'm actually having in-laws.
You don't sound too happy about the in-laws coming over.
Because I was told that I didn't need to cook.
You didn't need to cook.
Yeah.
You don't want to cook, or they don't want you to cook.
The plan was that they were going to cook. And then as the day approached, they just said, so all you want me to make is potato salad and macaroni salad?
Mm. Now, how well do you get along with the in-law?
I have a problem with them smoking.
Respect the house or don't show up. That's
No,
simple.
it's not even that they won't smoke in my house because it's obviously not allowed. But if I was to go to their house, they've been disrespectful about it. And I said it to them many times. And then now with the baby, they're like, oh
Oh.
no, we won't do that because the baby's coming. I was like, no, you did it in front of my own children. That is not the baby. I don't even smoke in front of I don't even do none of that stuff in front of my children. I'm not gonna allow people that are strangers to do that to my kids. So therefore, we don't go to their house.
Do you
So
smoke?
no, I used to be a smoker. I stopped smoking like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I changed my whole life because I got sick from smoking cigarettes. I don't smoke. I can't smoke. I get sick. I almost had a stroke.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I stopped smoking like completely, and these people, like, I told them, like, I don't like the smell of smoking. It literally gives me a headache. And yet I go to the last time I was there was Thanksgiving 2021, and guess what I was inhaling as I ate my rice and beans?
Smoke.
Marble 100s, Newport shorts, Newport shorts.
Newport shorts, or hundreds. I think it was hundreds actually. Yeah, but that's the thing. Before I even went there, I had said that if they can ease off or at least just like because it's only for one day, like literally one day. You can't have to be respectful for just one day. Like I don't have to be there all the time, you know. For
Well,
one day,
I'd
and
say
then I'm bringing my children, and I'm bringing my children. No, the point is that I'm
yeah,
bringing my children. And I don't do
especially
none
an
of that shit
infant.
in front of my children. So someone else doing it is disrespectful, not only to me but to my children. And I take that very personal. So they were disrespectful. So when this time came around, that now that I have the baby, they're like they're seeing it differently because now it's the baby. I'm like, no, no, no. You get none of that. We're not no longer actually don't even think that we're even gonna go there at all at this point. I mean, I tried to be very rational in the beginning and be very nice, but I've noticed that it's even if you express how you feel about certain things, it's still being like it's not even that serious. We're not even gonna do, they're just not respectful. So you got to put a boundary, right? When it comes down to situations like this, right? Put a
Right.
boundary, and either you respect.
Damn, Ron, I thought you went home. That cheesecake was worse. MIPF change. No, it wasn't worse than that, JK. I only spent 10 minutes in there. I've never smoked. Never.
That's just
Smart.
because it's a dirty, dirty habit.
I got in trouble like quite a lot, quite a bit. Because my grandma used to smoke the Virginia Slims, the Corvella DeVille, Virginia Slims, the long boy. And my dad used to
Did
smoke
they
the
put it in the stick? Did they put it in the
huh?
stick like Corrado? You know, to smoke it?
When she did her bridge party, she did.
Oh, that's
My
fancy.
grandma, my grandma
Okay.
ran an illegal my grandma ran an illegal casino in her basement. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Like
She did.
you should.
Oh.
Like
She
you
did.
should.
She did. I mean, they'd come over on Thursday night and wouldn't leave till Monday. But Grady was down there getting paid. Yeah, but yeah. And my dad would smoke the Lucky Strikes. One day when she threw a bridge party, well, she had some cartons left over, about 7 cartons. And then my dad bought like 2 cartons of the Lucky Strikes. Somehow, some way, they got buried in the backyard. I'm talking about cartons of cigarettes. So y'all don't know. Back then, they was expensive. Yeah. Then yeah, some way I wound up, with a couple lashings. But
Ooh.
when they found out I did it, I buried them. I broke them up. But it got them to quit smoking for a very long time, though. Very long time. Because I kept doing it. So I wanted them to quit. So I kept burying their cigarettes. And we came to an understanding. They stopped smoking, and I stopped getting whoopings. I mean, it was a mutual agreement, right?
Yeah.
Because they figured out I wasn't gonna stop burying their cigarettes. So I mean, I take the whoop as long as y'all quit.
Wait, how old were you when you did this?
I was shit when the very first time I did it. I think I was 8.
Oh wow.
I was 8 years old. I buried those cigarettes in the backyard. I'm not talking about just the pack. I'm talking about the cartons with S.
Oh yeah, like 20 packs basically.
Or the back of the day, cartons was known to have. That was like
You
it
said
was the
what?
vibe. I said having cartons of cigarettes was the vibes back then.
Yeah. I mean, you had some money. We literally, when people talk about Granny sent you to the
Yeah,
store
I
with a
remember my
note,
mom always having cartons of cigarettes.
when they talk about Grandma sending you to the corner store with a note, that was
Yeah.
me. Granny sent me to the store with a note. Like, look, I'll agree to pay you on this day. I just need X, Y, Z, And dude take the note, put it in his little ledger. Oh man, I don't mean for them to be outside, but this is stuff. Creep. Hey, Cretin only got one bag. All right, have a good one. He was a little upset. Oh well, little rain ain't gonna hurt.
That stinks.
Raining over there?
Huh?
It's raining.
It's been raining all day, off and on, but now it's back. I gotta put my rain boots back on. Ceci is she one of the best people. Say she's a man. She one of the best people out here. Go get her.
Thank you. Ooh.
So, I don't know how long they've been. I don't know if you want to talk about it. How long they've been separated?
Uh, I can
Who's
talk about it.
separated? Who's
I can
separated?
talk about it, but there's some context behind it.
Okay, who's separated? I'm intrigued now. Who's separated?
My parents. My parents.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that.
it happens. No, it happened during. There's some backstory, and I won't go into that tonight, but I might discuss it at some point, maybe. But it happened when I was mid-teenage years, like basically. But it probably started before that. Like the whole.
How
By
did
the
you feel?
time it happened, I was already tired of it. So because
Obviously.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they were too. So it shouldn't be all about
So
me.
you said
But
they
yeah,
separated when you was a teenager?
yeah.
So you said they separated when you was a teenager?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means there was years, probably years of them negotiating
Yep.
to separate at some point.
Are you the
Yep.
only
Because
child?
you don't get out of
No.
you don't get out of a relationship like that. It takes time for you to actually find a way to leave.
Do you think
True.
they stayed? Do you think they stayed as long as they did for y'all?
I think they tried. Yeah. But I think it also like a certain thing happened, a couple certain things happened, and I think it ended up making it kind of worse in a way. But it's not like their fault. Like I don't blame them for it. They had no way of knowing. It was one of those unpredictable things. So yeah. They're both still around. They're both still alive. Both still on friendly terms with me and my sister. It's just like, yeah.
Do you
It's
think it? Do you think
they
it took
won't talk
effect
to
on
each
you?
other. Huh?
You think it took effect on you?
Yeah, but I didn't really realize it for a while. I spent a lot of nights out, like driving around when I was a teenager, and some of it I'm pretty sure was related to that. I
Do
didn't
you
really
think
know
you?
why I was doing it. I was just like, man, I need to go drive the hell out of this car for at 2 a.m.
Do you think it was best for them just to leave and not try, or
I think part of the problem is I think there was another thing, but also like financially they ended up having trouble separating when they separated. I think because of like a bunch of kind of a combination of factors. But yeah,
I mean,
and it was
those are the biggest two things in marriages or relationships: financials and infidelity. Those are the
mhm.
biggest things. And 9 times out of 10, when the financials ain't right, the infidelity gonna follow.
Yep, 100%.
I agree.
But it's pretty good now. There's a weird part where like I don't dislike them, but I understand why my mom doesn't do it. My dad's still good with most of his family. My mom pretty much doesn't talk to most of her family. So she got it pretty hard. But yeah.
I mean, in all cases, not all cases. I shouldn't say all, but in some cases, family be the first to do you dirty.
The close family?
Family, they just be the first to do you dirty.
Yeah.
Family, I mean, not in all cases though. Not in all. Some cases, you like really, really,
I mean, I
and
can explain it.
that's
Oh,
all
go
you
ahead.
can say. That's all you
Yeah.
can really say. It's like, are you serious? But they be serious. So. My parents went through a nasty divorce when I was young. It's still nasty. I mean, I just I understand. Not well in some cases. Well, okay, I'm gonna say it. I understand. People change. You never know. In my opinion, it takes a life. It's gonna take a lifetime to get to know anybody. You can't know a person truly know a person it takes time to build that up. You know what I'm saying? Hello?
Yeah.
So I just say, like, in my hello, hello,
Hello. Oh no, not for us.
hello. Yes. You looking for Ronald? Yes, yes, it is.
By the way, my name is Omar from DoorDash.
Okay.
And there is a call for the order at the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
So actually, the customer is asking for an update to the delivery.
Are you talking about
For step one,
I'm hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
No, Joe, I was
then
just telling you to put yourself on mute if you talk to anybody like that. You don't give out any information.
oh, I thought I did till you said it. But
No, you
yeah,
didn't. No, you
I
didn't.
did.
You didn't. Oh, okay.
But yeah, when I get married, I just want to stay married. I don't want to do the divorce thing. That's not something I
Ideally,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you took a vow and you were for better or worse. You know what I'm saying? And at some point in time, y'all was all googly eyed and oogly googly and all that crap. So just try to figure out how to get back there, you know. It may
At
be
least,
it may be a point you can't stand that much, but look, let's try to fix this shit.
at least the best you can. Or it's like, I don't know. I think it's like I'm not a good. People sometimes they gotta break up. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know.
People,
It's
but see,
always nasty. It's always so nasty.
but the thing about it, and it's just my opinion. Majority of the people that are together know they shouldn't be together. They just don't want to fail. If it makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
But everybody around them suffer from their failure. I mean, it's kind of like y'all should have never got married. I mean, to be honest, should have never been together. But to save face, they put on the front, and then it's hell when you get to the house. You can walk to the front porch and see and feel the tension. Like, I ain't going in there. No, no, no. It's something ain't right.
All I can say for sure is like I don't have anybody that I'm with or interested in at the moment, but like I like what my sister did, and I don't know if it's the best plan, but she's probably wearing the same way I am because we've both been through the same situation. Not everybody's going to go through divorces the same way, and maybe this is just particular to us. But she and her freaking husband dated for nearly a decade before they decided to get married. It like
Hold on.
wasn't even. Go ahead. I don't know. Not that's the only way, but sometimes I wonder if it's not a bad idea either.
Picture, come on.
I see some people they get married after like 3 months, and it's like maybe they know for sure, but I don't know. I do not know.
You said your sister what?
My sister, and I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but I like what she did with her current husband. She's only had one. They've been real stable from what I can tell. Although they don't have kids, but that's their own choice. They're both like workaholics. They're like you, Ron. They just work all day. But they dated for like nearly a decade before they decided to do a marriage. So the marriage was just like a formality. They already knew that like it was all good. And my thing is like I feel like some people, even when they, I don't know, they just jump into it quick. Not that you have to date that long, and I don't think my parents necessarily did that. I think they were together for a few years at least, and I think there was complications between them, so it's different. But like, I don't know. I saw some friends from high school. They get in a marriage like 3 months after dating somebody. And I'm just like, maybe like hopefully it works out, but I don't know.
You right, JK. When the children are younger, I've seen marriages where the parents are together for the children, but they can't stand each other, and they don't think that the children sees that. No, children are sponges. They pick up on all that. Now they're not gonna say nothing because of the parents, but 9 times out of 10, the mother's gonna pit the children against the father. Father's gonna try to pit the children against the mother. But children are automatically gonna naturally gravitate with their mother because most of the time fathers are authoritarians. So they don't want that authority over them. And moms are normally a little bit lenient. So they don't, they know mama a little soft, so we're gonna roll with mama. And that's what it's like. It's sad to see that, and you can't really say nothing because it's not your life. But then you see what it's doing to, especially if it's your nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what, you got to roll with the punches. But with me, it's like I don't. Most, in my opinion, most people who get married only do it for the show, and the show is the wedding. After that, they don't know what a marriage is. It's just my opinion. You know, they do it for the glitz, the glamour, everybody, congratulations. And then when the honeymoon, shit, sometimes even at the honeymoon, when that's over, they don't know each other. And like you say, your sister and her husband took the time out to become friends. And then they got married. They had a show for their friends, but them look, if the marriage, we ain't doing that social media, you mad at me and you go post and you do this and you go do that. We ain't talking to your girlfriends and none of that. No, I ain't talking to the, listen, we gonna figure this out. This is in-house problems. It's gonna stay in the house. I don't, if you break the rules, then we gotta figure something out. That's just the way, that's a non-negotiable. I don't run to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I don't do all that. For what? They ain't looking for no some. They ain't trying to help you. They trying to laugh at you. Oh, your shit crumbling down. I'm gonna make it worse. But anyway, that's my little rant. If you're still there, I don't know if you're still there. Auto.
I'm still here.
You like, I ain't listening to that bullshit.
No, you're good. I'm distracting myself at the same time. I know I should get a little bit more sleep for sure, but if I'm not tired, sometimes I find it's better to just, I don't want to not fuck your sleep schedule up, but like, I'm going to be more likely to have a decent nap if I just don't give a shit. It's like, I was like, okay, I'll just entertain myself. I got to hang out with you guys. If I'm honest, I'm doing like a little stuff on my computer. It's all good. I'm playing a game. It's very casual, so it's not that distracting. But yeah. I mean, no, it's going to be all full of black ice tonight if they didn't salt. So I was going to say it could be working, but I went home early for a reason today. I got to get winter tires now for sure.
Is the temperature supposed to drop?
It's already below freezing. It's been below freezing since like probably 8 or 9. And 32. It was raining and snowing all day. So if they don't salt tonight, the whole I got to take my mom to 4 different doctor's appointments thing is going to be fucked tomorrow. Doesn't mean I'm not going to try, but I mean, she did a good job scheduling like a whole bunch of the stuff she needed to do all into one day. So if they salted, we're going to be good. But if they, like, for whatever reason, didn't salt, at least on enough of the roads, it's, I don't know. But at the same rate, we're at least going out after initial rush hour. So I think it should be driven over no matter what, and it should be pretty clear.
You don't have that. You don't have the chains ready.
The chains? No, I
Yeah,
don't
for
have
the
any
tire.
chains.
The
That'd be
chains for
cool.
the tire. The chains for the
Yeah.
tires.
Nope, no chains.
They won't allow you to stud in Michigan. So you gotta
People still do that here? I mean,
what
maybe I
stud?
could do that. Are you
On
still
the
allowed to run chains in Michigan? I never see that.
yeah, you can run chains.
Hmm.
You can't run studs though.
No. I'm kind of tempted. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but
unless you on a dirt trail, but yeah, you can't run studs. You used to could be able to run studs in Michigan. They had a little track on Belle Isle that you used to could stud the tires and run.
That's cool. I like Belle Isle. I've only been there a couple times, but I don't know.
I've been there my fair share. I can say I've been there my fair share. Been in there, that little road down there when it get dark by the zoo. Been over there. You don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about
Well, what about that road?
that. That was the lookout. That was your leave it right there. You go park your car. You ain't even need no curtain. The windows will fog up real quick.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Windows will fog up real quick.
Did you ever get to go to the zoo? I think I went there once when I was like an infant. I don't really remember it.
I mean, it's open.
Is it open again now? I thought it was shut for a while.
No, it's open. When I left, they were redoing it. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, technically, I went to the zoo, but I ain't never. The little service road right in between. Never mind. Let me quit playing. I'm serious though. I'm serious. Belle Isle, that was the spot. Find you nice little dark corner.
I'm lonely. You're giving me bad ideas. I'm not that lonely though, so it's fine.
People be asking me, "You get lonely?" Yeah, I do. You ain't gonna find no. I'm not. Listen, they worse than the ones on the mainland. I'm not messing with none of them. No. And then somebody said something. I was like, shit, it's cheaper to get a hooker. I'm not paying her to stay. I'm paying her to leave. We got an agreement. I give her what she wants. She gonna give me what I want. And we ain't even gotta talk to each other. I'm just saying. Dude, she ain't gonna ask where I'm at, how long it's gonna take me while I'm working so much. None of that. Look, we got an agreement. How much? Okay, here you go. Okay, I'm done. You done? Bye. That's it. You don't gotta know your name. I ain't gotta know my no. I mean, it's cheaper that way sometimes. I remember this one girl was like, "You gonna fly me out?" No. If you want to come out, you can buy your own plane ticket. I'm gonna stand with you. No. You got to get your own hotel room. That's gonna be like, oh, so you see how much it costs, right? And then add me not working that week. You hear it? I was like, I can get a hooker cheaper than that. She hung up on me. She hung up on me. It was hilarious. It's crazy. And I gotta feed you when you get here. And you like crab balls? They 200 and start. Oh no, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, not really, but it's the way it is. You can't even pay it. I said, "Are you gonna fly Spirit?" She was like, "No." Well, conversation over. If you ain't fly Spirit to LA, you ain't get no ticket. That's it. But they don't ask me no more because they say I'm an asshole. They say I changed. I was like, I'm like a butterfly. I mean, I'm like a caterpillar. I grow wings one day, right?
Hmm.
It's evolution. I'm sleepy. This is probably my last run for the day. But it's taking me right back. Let me see. Shit. It's taking me to the Ritz. I'm going to the Ritz to drop it off, and then it's taking me by the house. So yeah, this gonna be it. I don't know. I think Ceci went to sleep, or she waiting on the order, or she might be talking to her daughter. This place right here, they deceived me when I first got here.
Deceived?
Yeah,
How so?
because it says Bob's Barbecue, and I'm literally looking for Bob's Barbecue, and they don't. They got the Q but no Barbie, whatever that
Oh,
shit
what the
is.
fuck?
No,
This
it's
is
like
Bob's
well,
Q.
no, it's barbecue, right? But it's not what. So okay, it's like Texas. They got dry rub. They got the good. They have Hawaiian style ribs. So what they call barbecue here is the the ribs, and then they have these. I think they want to call them steaks. They really not steaks. I don't know what they are, but they like steaks, and they thin and they season them up. But it's just not the barbecue I'm accustomed to. So I was highly deceived when they had the sign. The barbecue sign they took down. They redoing it, but yeah. I was working on 8 Mile. What you mean? Willie and Alec. Who is? I don't know who. Neither one of them are JK. You know who Willie is? Otto.
Hold up. He drives to Mita. I don't know. I drive to. What are you talking about? Alex, sometimes. No, I don't know any Alex. Willie's over by you, Otto. Jonathan, I am lost.
Me
I don't know what you're talking about. Willie's over. Who's Willie and who's Alex?
Alex, the only Alex I know is Necro. But Necro's
Oh,
in
isn't that?
Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Necro's in Chicago.
Necro's Alex. Oh, so Willie from the other chats near me is what you're saying. And he might not be too close to me because I'm up near what would be called, and I don't think it's called this anywhere, but it's the same thing because all the roads around it are named like that. It would be 20 Mile. Although I go down to around 8 Mile sometimes. At least on the west side. The east side, I'll be honest, I'm a little scared of to go below like
Why?
9. But maybe I shouldn't be, but I don't know.
What, the east side of Detroit?
Yeah, I don't know the area. I know it's not all bad, but I don't know the area.
It depends on where you at. Like, depends on where you at and what time of day. If you ain't looking suspicious. So east side ain't that bad. I just say don't go too far into it, but it ain't that bad.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with this job is it's like ideally I would know the area first. When it's just sending me some random location, I have no way of knowing like if it's gonna be some great or it doesn't have to be great, just some nice enough area with nice enough people, or if it's gonna be like a bunch of people staring at me because I'm out of place.
Well, to be all honest, you're not out of place. You know why? Because they bought a lot of homes on the east side, and you would be surprised on who comes to the door. Like, what the? Wait, do you know where you at?
That's fair enough.
You sure you on the right? We bought this house about 3 weeks ago. We paid it off already. Like, what the? You son of a motherfucker. Really? But just depends on where you go on the east side. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing as the west side. It depends on where you go.
What do you make of the areas below Royal Oak? Because I see orders down there, and a lot of the time I want to take them, but I just don't know. Or down to
What zone?
Or let me just read the cities. It'd be below Royal Oak, so let me look on the map what the names technically would be. Like Southfield, I think, is one.
I don't like Southfield. Go ahead.
No, don't. Okay. Where are we at? There's West Bloomfield. There's Farmington Hills.
West Bloomfield got a good market. Farmington
Yeah,
Hills.
Would you say there's any other market you like nearly as much as West Bloomfield in Michigan?
Westland Livonia.
Westland Livonia.
Dearborn.
I think that might be one of the ones I was kind of but I mean that's so far west. It's all like industrial stuff, anyways.
You might
be
talking
about my
about
sisters. I'm pretty much at Westland Livonia. Let me look on the map real quick. Make sure that is actually the zone. I think it is. Because I haven't really worked it.
I say Westland Livonia because if you work it out, I mean, no matter what. When I left, Westland Livonia was good. It was well, of course, not bragging, but it wasn't nothing for me to do $300-400 a day in Westland Livonia.
Yeah.
And then at the time, my girlfriend, if she was tripping, I'd be home before that. But if she wasn't, I'm grinding.
Mm-hmm. I gotta see if there's a route I can make it over and try Farmington Hills again. Not Farmington Hills. Oh, whatever. West Bloomfield. Because I think if I just take like the highway all the way over, Pontiac's not the greatest place, but I'm sure it's fine. Whatever. Take the highway through it. Probably okay. I don't know.
Well, I will say this: the highway may mess you up, just a tad few. It may mess you up. I'm almost gonna fall short to say I really don't worry about that, though. But I can't tell you don't. But that's just me.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Okay. Go ahead.
You wouldn't do a highway over through Pontiac?
No, because
Okay.
No, because we did a movie with in Pontiac. And it's the roads and the restaurants is too far apart. So let's say you pick up on 14 in Orchard Lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will take you to Pontiac. And depending on what part of Pontiac you're going, you may wind up almost to Flint.
Now, I just meant to get to West Bloomfield. Oh, to get to West Bloomfield,
you don't have to go. Well, depending on where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's my main issue with West Bloomfield is it's just hard to get over to from where I'm at. Because all the highways like loop not all the roads don't exactly lead there.
I'm not gonna say 275. You might wind up on 275. Because it sounds like you're coming from I'm gonna say the back way because obviously I don't go that way unless I'm going fishing, but that's a different story. I can say you probably can get there for less than 90 plus miles.
Oh, less than 90 for sure. I'm just like I can get over. I'm near Sterling Heights basically. I'm close enough to Sterling Heights. I work in Sterling Heights for my zone pretty often, and Sterling Heights itself is only like 10 minutes from my house. My thing is I'm just trying to look because I don't I could totally see it being worth it if it's a better market, if it genuinely is, and I figured it out. It could be better if I was working long enough hours, but usually I work somewhere between 6 to 8. So if I add like an hour travel time into it, that it kind of messes things up. Although I still do on occasion really long days. So I'd want to know if I'm doing a long day, I know it's a good day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like, by all means, I'd happily head out there. Or what I've been looking at recently is when I do visit my sister, she's not far from West Bloomfield. In her area, she lives in Farmington Hills / Westland Livonia, more or less. She's in Plymouth. So like that one time I logged on and I did all right for just a little bit of, I only was able to do like an hour, but that's because I was visiting with family, and it was like, we just had an hour where nothing was going on. It's like, you know what, can I work? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay. This is a good thing. Westland Livonia. I think I just tilted the map. How the hell did I tilt the map in the DoorDash app? Never done that before. What the fuck? And I really liked, I don't know, you've probably given a comment about this. You don't care too much for Birmingham or Southfield Royal Oak?
I don't like Southfield Royal Oak. Birmingham is a hit or miss.
What's the deal with Southfield Royal Oak?
It's just too many. So Southfield Royal Oak will have you pick up in Southfield. If you've been down Greenfield over there by the old Wonderland Mall, they'll have you pick up, destroy it, then call itself, oh, we rebuild the mega church. No, you didn't. But it's just too far apart, and they don't Southfield much don't. Southfield can how you wind up in Pontiac too, you know that. Southfield
I can believe it.
It'll have you, it'll have you on a, instead of coming down a main, it'll have you going down a back street to get to the order, which literally, if you just went straight up the road, you'd have got there. So,
oh, I gotcha.
That's how you walk to, and then they don't tip that. They don't tip
thing, I can tell you this, and it doesn't mean you gotta ever work there, obviously, or anything like that. But what I'll tell you that I did like in Birmingham, and it took me a while to figure out, 60 miles, okay. There's some good high value stuff, and I need to check that out, see if I can get any LOPs out of there, or if they're coming constantly out of there enough to make it worth my while. I would definitely agree it's hit and miss. The one area that was consistent, but it was kind of tough because you're just going, and then it's Woodward, is right at the border. And it's annoying that DoorDash does the zones the way they do. I think they did it intentionally, but like right at the border near like 14 Mile is, I think, roughly where it's split. There's just this big chain, and so many people are ordering out of there. And a lot of them are pretty decent customers. So it usually works out, but I have less patience for it because I also get like really weird requests. Like somebody wants me to buy them a vape, and it's just like, I can't deal with this right now. And I'll just cancel the order before I pick it up. I'll be like, no, I'm not going to buy you a vape. You can put it in through the app if you want an vape. I'm not going to do that off the record. It's not happening. And I mean, maybe that's just a cop. I have no idea. I really don't know what the deal with that was, but. Or the other problem with that area is a lot of apartments, a lot of small apartments that Google still hasn't figured out. So I end up wandering around for 10 minutes trying to find which one is actually the apartment I'm delivering to. I had that happen a million times. If I didn't have the apartment issue, I would probably work down there a lot more often, because the orders come in all the time. There might not always be the biggest orders, but they're usually decent. I don't really have any problems with downtime. And I don't, at least in Birmingham, the worst thing that happens is I get sent out near Sterling Heights, which isn't necessarily actually that bad because it's taking me closer to home. If I want to go home or not, it's up to me. But I don't know. I was really big into that area for a while, and then it went under construction, and then I realized my area wasn't as bad as I thought. I just wasn't working it right. Not that I'm perfect at working it now, but I'm still figuring it out. but I'm at a point where like I can comfortably work in my area and I'm not worried about it. So, or technically the area I work is like a mile to my west because I don't work Mount Clemens. The roads are too rough. My car is gonna break if I fucking work
Mount. You know what? I never did the Mount Clemens Market.
It's okay. It seems okay, and there's a really good spot near my house where what's the walkable mall? Partridge Creek is. The orders out of Partridge Creek are fantastic. I pick them up from time to time because I'll be sent out there, and then I'll get one on the way back to my zone. Amazing orders come out of Partridge Creek, but the problem is, it's just like I don't want to get sent into the rest of the zone, so I just don't work that zone because the roads, like once you get west of about Garfield, the quality in like all the streets, whether it's a country road, a suburb, it doesn't matter. They're just not taking care of it all. Like,
well, you talking about the dirt roads?
I'm talking about any of the roads. The pavement roads are like, they're not potholed, but they're just like, I think in a truck, in like your truck, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But with the car I have, it's a little bit stiffer suspension, and it's just, I don't want to have to redo all my suspension bushings and my struts and all that stuff any faster than what it's going to normally happen. And it's mostly Mount Clemens. It's pretty similar if you go up north, but it's mostly in Mount Clemens itself. It's just like, I don't know, they didn't have money for the infrastructure there. That's fine. They're trying to put it into other things, but it sadly just doesn't make it a real good place to drive.
No, they do that on purpose so they don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, they could be that too.
Like for real, because the town, if it's no concrete, they don't have to pay taxes on that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me look at chat before, because I think Jonathan, you were trying to get me something. This is working 8 Mile. Willie's over 8 Mile. Necro is Alex. Willie's not been around much, but with all the drama, he's old school. Oh, he'd be cool. I'd love to talk to Willie. That'd be nice. He's usually on Necros, you say? I'm going to assume. I have no idea who Willie is, so. Oh, that's cool. I wouldn't mind talking to more people who've been anywhere near any of the markets I've worked. Because even if I find out something different works for me, it's still good to kind of know as much as you can. Because I'm going to get sent out to different things. Like my big thing, and I haven't told too many drivers this, I think I told one, is I don't recommend earn by time, right? But sometimes I just find it easier to get my AR back up with it than like having a day where instead of making $13 an hour doing like all the really terrible offers, I can average like 20 and drive some more miles. I get decent mileage. And I know the roads for the most part are pretty good in my area. There's a few dirt roads if you get way up north, but most of the time it's just pretty good. And I found in my area, there's like a specific spot. You go up near like 23 Mile. For some reason, EBT works better out there. It's not faster, but you'll just constantly get orders with high tips. It's like it's supposed to give you no tip orders, but it's just, they all just have tips. Now, the problem with working up in that same spot when it's earned per order is they all end up high mileage. You don't get paid for mileage. So it's not like a perfect compromise, but it works for that. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't try. And I don't, from what I can tell, it seems like I'm the only driver who's figured that out. Although maybe I'm just lucky up there. I don't know. It's not the greatest thing because figuring out EBT is like the lowest rung of earnings on DoorDash.
Well, a lot of drivers, they don't want to explore different markets. They don't want to explore different zones. So even if you're in the market, right? You're in that market. So Westland, let's just say, I'm gonna use this as an example. Westland, Livonia consists of Westland, Livonia, Redford, parts of Redford, not all parts of Redford, some parts of Dearborn, Plymouth Township, and I want to say Van Buren Township. I want to say that, but I might be wrong.
I think you're right. Yeah, up near Cannon,
that's 5 different areas in one zone.
Yeah.
So you can go through all those areas and you get good orders or whatever. but then that gets slows up, or so let's just say they go to Westland. They doing all of Westland, it's slow up. They will not go to Canton. Oh yeah, Westland Livonia covers Canton too. They won't go to Canton. They won't drive an extra 2 miles down the road to go to Canton to make better money. They're just stuck. They stuck in Westland, and that's what
Mm.
most drivers. That's what most drivers do. They don't want to go. Even you don't even have to go to Canton. Just drive to the closest point,
Yeah, and you'll
and
start
you'll
getting
get a good.
sucked into it.
You'll start getting good orders. Yeah.
Oh, I should ask. This is a decent question, and I think this should be like universal. What is the longest range you've seen on an LOP? Because I've seen 6 miles recently. Like it summoned me from 6 miles away, and I was like, "Sure, I'll take it." It
Oh,
was.
you mean it? You meaning you were 6 miles from it?
I was 6 miles from the restaurant. Yeah, I was wondering about that because it seems to have a different thing it does for LOP. When it wants a driver, it will summon you from a really long distance.
I've I've had LOP 20 miles away,
Oh, geez.
but it's the 20 miles I had to drive back.
Yeah.
So just like they have two townships here, or counties as they call them. One is Kapolani, and the other one is Kapolei. I'm not going over there if it ain't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I drop an order off there, and I get hit with an LOP coming back, most likely to the Cheesecake Factory.
All right.
But it's only showing 15 miles total.
Yeah.
So it's basically, I can't say it when it comes to weightlifting, and that it ain't mindset. Now you can factor your mindset in to help you keep pushing, but
Would you say with LOP, even though it can summon you like 4 to 6 miles when it wants, would you say that it still matters more to just have that proximity be as close as possible?
it depends on it depends on the customer.
I'm just saying
Like,
to see the offers. I'm just saying
oh,
to see the offers.
to see the no, because well, so let's just say, right, you well, we're not gonna let's just say, we're gonna say, so you made it into the LOP.
Yeah, or the
You in,
catering, whichever,
you're
the
in.
$100 plus orders.
Yeah, you're in. You're getting those orders now. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Once you start doing it in that area, that market, those zones out there, the better your ratings are, far as customer rating, your on time early, better those are, the more you'll see. Especially if they have like a catering order they know is late, going to be late, and you're in that vicinity. You're getting that all day. To
Okay.
where, I mean, in my opinion, because 9 times out of 10, he gonna get it. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be efficient. It's gonna be whatever, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say distance sometimes don't matter. Cause like I said, I was in Conneaut, and I dropped the order off, turned my car to come back, and boom, I get hit with a cheesecake for $40. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm so far away. Pull up, it's other delivery people. Can't just say dashers. There's other delivery people there
Yeah.
waiting.
Do you have a minimum? Do you take a certain minimum usually?
Minimum as far as what?
Offers you'll take? Like you won't take
Oh
anything
yeah, I
lower than
won't take.
6?
I won't take nothing lower than. Depends, but I won't take nothing lower than 550. I won't.
Okay.
I won't. Because I look at 550. If I want to order, no, 9 times out of 10, a McDonald's order something like that, take a 550. It's a chance. Well, this 9 times out of 10, somebody uh getting a stack. So you get the stacked order, and that stack gonna probably come in at another $5.50. So you got $10.50. Well, you got $11. You see what I'm saying? Hello,
Hello?
hello.
Yeah, I think
You see what
so.
I'm saying? No. So I'll take the $5.50, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to get stacked. Depending on the restaurant, you're going to get a stacked order. So let's just say, like, I'll give you an example. Today, CVS. I don't really like shopping, but I want some money, so went to CVS, and I'm in there and I'm shopping, and I'm like, what's going? But they stacked me. So the order I went to get was $8 for 4 items. They stacked me with a $16.75 plus 4 items
Oh wow.
at the same CVS. And the good caveat about that is because of what's going on, it's like I get priority to most of the orders, and I don't do nothing but look pretty.
What is
You
your
know,
rating at most of the time? Just like high
my
4.9?
my star rating. Don't nobody
Or
get mad.
the
My star rating,
customer.
my
Yeah.
customer rating. Well, my star rating is 5. It's usually 5. You can't go no higher than that.
Okay.
Unless a customer get mad and give me a thumbs down or whatever. But you know how that is. And well, you might not know, but they'll give
No, I
you
do. I get
yeah,
random low stars, usually 1 or
right,
2 at a time.
right. And then what happens if you stay? Well, I'm not gonna say this accurate, but if you stay to the course, right? If you can't find a parking spot, go to the Waikiki Hilton and wait, and either a taxi gonna show up or somebody trying to rent their tour out and drive. You can drive it around for 2 days, and he realized. But my star, like, let me see. Have you ever got that message?
What's the message? I don't think so.
We noticed that you have received an unfair rating, that
Oh,
something out of your control.
yeah, I might have actually gotten that. And I definitely have those. Like I can look right in the profile and it's like these are excluded. And I'm like, good.
Yeah, so for the life of me, DoorDash, I guess it's a scare tactic or whatever. But yeah, I get those all the time. People just don't. You can be the most positive, happy, cheerful person going around,
Mm-hmm. And people just want to leave a bad star
and
rating
and
just
just want to
because.
leave it back, and want to leave it back, or they like the. I promise you. Yesterday, I had a feeling. I didn't know at the time what was going on, but when I got there, I dropped the order off, and it said I didn't start the timer. So, but I took the picture of the. No, I didn't. I just handed it to me. Forgot to take the picture. Something like I leave here. So what I did is I went, found a text because we had a text thread going. So I found that, took the picture, sent it in the text thread. And sure as shit, they tried to give me a contract violation. Said they never got their food.
I had one the other day, and I don't know exactly what was going on, but somebody was asking me. I picked up the item; it had 2 items in it, and they asked me, "Did you give me all my order?" They didn't give me a contract violation, but they were just like, it sounded like something was off. I don't know what
But,
the heck
but
that
as long
was.
as you take a picture, you good. And that's what I
Yeah.
always do.
Well, I didn't just take a picture. I sent a picture back to them to show them it's like there's nothing in my car. I don't have any. There's no spare food here. It's just what they gave me at the restaurant. But I know they had 2 items in their order, and then when I picked it up, I could see in the bag it was two different things. So I would have thought they were okay. There's no other way I could really know that they're okay besides what I saw in the receipt and relatively in that bag. But I'm kind of wondering if that's because I almost had 5-star. I'm very close to having 5-star, and then that came through. It's like every time I get near a 5-star, I just don't get it. I don't know. I've got 4.99 for a while, but whatever.
4.99. Oh yeah, 4 point. Long as you stay above a 75 or something like that. You could,
Yeah, 4.75.
yeah. Like it's nothing wrong like with these I know some the rating systems suck. The AR and the completion rate suck. But if you can take advantage of it, I say do it. It helps you out in the long run. Like right now, my AR is in the toilet, and I know I have to get it back to where it need to be in order for me to one remain the status that I need, and two
Mm-hmm.
get good offers. Now, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get no trash because you do. We all get a trash,
Mm-hmm.
but you minimize what trash you get. I need to. Break the umbrella out. I think I drove 152 miles that day. Yeah, I drove 152 miles.
Let me check chat again. Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell's going on with chat? Do I got a button? Yeah, I got a button on my keyboard that's zoning out. I like this new keyboard, but something is way too sensitive. It'll just do this at times. There we go. Lock one of the keys on. Don't do it too often to be annoying, but fancy ass keyboard. I gotta start programming it so that it actually does its little fancy functions, or otherwise there's no point of me ever buying it. What? How do I even get there? Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. Set my alarms. Clock. Alarm. Cool. 40. I need to be over there at 9:30. Yeah, that should be it. No, let's make it 10 minutes earlier. There we go. No, not Sunday, Sunday. Nah, every single day. Nope. Today, yes, that's correct. All right. Yeah, let's do that.
And Wheel of Fortune?
Sure. There we go. Let me see. Oh, up there. How's this phone doing? What's your battery at, mister? Damn, this Android phone is like no freaking battery life. It's not because of the Android, so I know what it is.
Charger.
No, it's the previous user. I got it from my dad, which I'm very grateful. It was very kind of him, but he just leaves it plugged in at like 100% all the time, and the phone batteries don't like that. But it's not like terrible. It's not unusable. It's just, yeah. He's like, he wants one of my previous phones so long as I give him his. He didn't care which way it went, and it's fine. It works out. It's very kind of him. All right. Oh, that's not good. Every yada yada. Okay. Ooh. Sure. Mm, mm, um, boom. Oh, weird. I don't know what that is, but good for later, I guess. When it's not that. Confirm. Oh shit. Oh, whatever. Vilma Lisa. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I add all these dang on numbers up. All the wars I'm in.
Mm.
I'm only in 2 now. I was 3.
Damn. Still, that's a lot.
No, not really, because if you look at it, once you put the numbers in for the same, you put the same numbers in for every war.
Mm.
So right now I'm about to do the 30 for 30. I'm currently at 32. This gonna put me at close to 37.
Okay.
And that's only in 3 months. And I wouldn't even really say 3 months because I took vacation inside of that too.
Mm. I never. I guess I could ask you this. This is an easy question. If I'm repeating myself, I apologize, but I don't think we went over this before. Do you have any opinions about the pause button? Like, if it's okay to use it occasionally, you use it a lot.
Long as like I don't have no issue. As long as it's a feature in the app, why not use it? Like with me, that's where when it comes knowing your zone and knowing your I'm just gonna say zone, not market, right?
Right.
So you get to in the zone and they say you an order at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
You don't want to take it, but you're outside of you're outside of your zone probably by 2 miles, but you're inside of another zone close enough to get the Pizza Hut order. If you don't want to order, let the timer run out and pause it.
Yeah.
Then pause it until you get back to your zone. So
Well, that's part of the thing with the proximity I'm wondering about with LOPs, and maybe it really doesn't matter, but I would think there's still some proximity call on that. Like sometimes I think it just calls people because it's partly trying to balance the pay, or other people didn't want it. But I'm kind of wondering maybe I should be pausing a lot more and trying to get near the areas with LOPs.
no, I wouldn't do that because if you with any order really, but with LOP. So I know in the morning, I know I start in this area right here in Waikiki
Mm-hmm.
because it's breakfast, and I know 9 times out of 10 McDonald's, Starbucks, Denny's, pastry shop, they're gonna give me something. So I work this area for breakfast. Then I start heading towards Chinatown right around 9:30. And I started doing that because that's when pretty much lunch rush kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
So lunch rush, Chinatown, it's like downtown Honolulu or whatever, but you got all the office buildings down there. So
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, as long as you in a good position with your numbers, in my opinion, for me, you stick around there, you're going to get at least two catering orders, and both of those pretty much are going to be larger orders because it's going to be to one of those office buildings, law firms, um, construction, whatever it is in those buildings downtown. That's why I
Yeah.
stick around the Chinatown area. So you get two minimum, four max. But fast depends on how fast you can get them and get them done. So once the lunch and stuff is over, headed into the dinner rush, I'll go back to Chinatown to start, but it'll always push me towards the Cheesecake Factory, which is down here in Waikiki. And the reason being is because they know I'm about to either get ready to end my dash, and they gonna keep me in that area. And that's how I
So
plan my day out.
would you just say so long as you're within like a couple miles, don't stress about it like
Yeah,
too much?
you can't stress about like with LOP. You can't stress about getting a catering order, or you can't stress about the LOP period. I wouldn't stress about it because you don't know.
No.
You don't know if you're going to get it or not. It's just a guesstimate. But the more and more you do it, the faster and faster you are, the better the ratings you're getting. You're going to start seeing a lot more LOP. But it's just like anything else. Once they fulfill their number of people in the LOP, it's going to be to the point of, okay, you get an LOP. Whoa, look at this LOP. It's $5. This one's paying $10. They're not going to be large orders anymore because they're going to have to take the LOP and revamp it like they did Top Action. And they're going to call it something else. Might be a tier system.
Yeah, maybe.
It might be something different, but it's not gonna be LOP anymore.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just that's why now you have a lot of people in the LOP, and the catering bags are on sale. So once they put a lot more people in, it's not gonna be like it is. You're gonna get orders, but it won't be like it unless you keep the right numbers.
I'd like to think I'm close-ish to the right numbers. I don't know. I think it might be more a thing for me in particular, where if they're slowing me down at all, it's just because it's like my first month. So they're like, okay, and they'd rather do it with people who they've seen. I saw that kind of with pizza to some degree. I saw pizza a little bit, and then I saw pizza more as they were like, okay, yeah, this guy always has his bag on him. But who knows? I think you're right. Just don't worry about it too much when it happens. Cool.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. You get an order, you get an order. It's pretty much nothing you really can you can't. We don't know what we're getting anyway. Far as it go.
Yep.
It's all pretty much, I can say number wise, rating wise, or whatever, but the consistency of it too, it also takes you it also helps you get what you need to get, or as far as order goes, because once you're consistent and once the AI, and this is opinions of me from my experience, once the AI captures that your patterns are this, it's going to get better. It's going to get better.
Yeah. Well, and I just don't know.
Your orders
Sometimes I worry
gonna
about which patterns it wants to see, besides just delivering on time and all that.
You can't control that.
Yeah.
You can't control none of that. It's just basically the consistency of it. It's basically the consistency, the repetitive nature of your habits. So people may say training the AI, people may say learn it. All it is it goes both ways. You're learning the AI or training it or whatever, and it's doing the same with you. It's learning your patterns, it's learning your patterns and your habits. And once it does that, then it can pretty much determine. So, like I say, even though I'm top dasher, I still schedule myself. No matter what, I still schedule myself because at that point in time, the AI or whatever you want to call it knows I can depend on this person from this time, and this time.
Yeah. Do you think should I have any fear of swapping zones? Like, some people have said, oh no, they punish me when I swap zones, but I don't know, because I haven't always seen that. I felt like it sometimes, but I don't know.
I never swap zones.
Okay.
And the reason being because I like my zone. Now, with my stats and stuff, it doesn't matter about the swapping zones or not, because 9 times out of 10, if I'm outside my zone, they took me out my zone with the order they got, and they wanted me to go to that area because that area either is dead or they really need me in that area, and I'm not gonna make as much money as I would in my regular zone. You know what I'm saying?
I think so.
So,
yeah.
say you let's just say you start in West Bloomfield. That's your zone. That's your area. Now you work in West Bloomfield. You got it down, and then boom, you won you wind up in Livonia. Now they're going to offer you to stay in Livonia, but is this market really?
Is it worth it?
Is it really worth it to come in this zone and leave my zone behind? No, I never do that because 9 times out of 10, I'm on my way back to my zone. Either you're going to give me a order in this zone, or I'm gonna get one on my way back to my zone.
Yep.
That may bring me back to this zone.
Mm-hmm. It's like you might as well wait. And like for me, I think what was it? I don't know who said it, but somebody was talking about a $7 offer for 11 miles, and it's like usually no, never. But if I'm just headed straight back to my zone, I will take stuff like that, and I'm happy about it because it's like I usually, if I'm out of the zone, it's because I was just off a good order.
Well, that was me. I took an $8 offer for 11 miles. And I took it because of what, it was a catering bag required offer. And I'm like, catering bag required, no diamond, no plus. It is what it is, right? But it said catering bag 28. Was it 28? It might have been 28 or 38 items. I seen where I picked it up from. And on the way there, customer text me and says, we have a cash tip for you once you get here.
Yeah.
I don't fall into that. I don't, necessarily say that I believe it. Customers say a lot. And sure shit, I get there, I give them the food, I'm leaving, and they hand me an envelope. I look in there, it's full of cash. Don't know how much. Count it out, it's $48.
God damn.
$48. So I took a chance on the $8 every mile. Most people wouldn't have did that. I'm not saying I wouldn't recommend it, but once you, like I say, it's knowing your zone. It's knowing your zone. It's knowing it's knowing your restaurants. It's knowing that too, because had I not, and then it's some chance and stroke of luck in there. Had I not did that, right? Had I not looked at the catering, some people still would have turned it down because why? Money to miles ratio was bad.
Yeah, they just have that principle, and it's like
money
for
to
me,
miles
it's more
ratio.
like positioning and time. So if like, yeah, this positioning and time is everything to me. But if it's a really good offer, then I throw those out the window regardless. But then most of the time, I'm looking at positioning and time.
I had another one, $30.50 for. It was a catering bag required, no diamond, no plus.
Mm-hmm.
And it was $30.50 for. Matter of fact, I think I kept that. Oh shoot! You know what? I don't know if it might not. I can't. I don't want to close out the streamer. It'll close me out my own thing. But I think I kept it. So let's see.
If I can interrupt real quick, the thing about the markets, the whole reason I asked that is just because I feel like there's a good possibility one of the markets, and it might be just as simple as, like you said, West Bloomfield. I think some of them probably just have a lot more LOPs. Mine has them, but what I've learned is that they're really inconsistent. The market in general, I like being in, but if I can find one where I'm getting them like 2 or 3 times more often, then I'll just drive out to that because I think it would make it way more worth it. Right now, I'm getting like I want to say 1 every 6 hours of work is probably what it averages out to. I don't know. I feel
One
like
every 6 hours.
Yeah, but that usually means I see 1 a day because I work 8 hours.
And
then I'll have some days where I get 2. Like every 3rd day, I'll get 2.
Well.
And that might be
It
fine.
It depends though. It depends on
the market value and the market share. I'ma say, because if your market doesn't support the LOP, they're gonna only be able to give you so many, and they might have gave you what they had available for that whole
That's
day,
what I
or
think they were doing.
or
I
for
don't think they were
right.
holding me back. It's just like they didn't have a whole lot.
Yeah, but you can't, like, to me. So to me, like I say, in the morning for breakfast, if I can get one decent order, like when I say decent, when I can get one great order from Denny's or Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever restaurant I am for that morning. So
Mhm.
the breakfast rush, if I can get at least one order. So say I go to we're gonna use Starbucks. Say I go pick up Starbucks, I take the offer in $10 plus.
Mhm.
I get it and deliver it. At the end of that, it's $25. Right
Yeah.
then and there, in my opinion, I'm ahead of time, and I'm ahead of the game, because I started. It could be my first order. I started my first order with $25. So no matter what, for that hour, I know I made 25 an hour, right?
Right.
So that's the Starbucks. So I get the 25 from Starbucks, turn around and get another 10.50, just flat out 10.50 for probably 4 miles. So
Mhm.
now I'm at 35.50,
Oh yeah.
and I've only been working less than an hour. So no matter what, in this hour that I'm going through from whatever time it is, I made 35 an hour. Can't nobody take that from me.
Nope.
Then don't mess around and get a $20 run or $10 run or $15 run. So that's what my progressions be. So long as I can get first the order in the morning that jump starts you off, even if it's a shopping pay and it's worth it, it'll give you that larger number.
Hmm.
Now, lunch rush, I want 2 good orders, right? 2 good.
Right.
Or give me a catering order and a true LOP, not LOP, large order program. I want a true LOP where I got to fill up 2 or 3 catering bags.
Yeah.
That's a lopper. That's a LOP, in my opinion and my my perspective, right? So
Right.
back to what it was, I found it. So it was $30.75 plus. It was diamond and 11.7 miles. I was live when I did that. People say I shouldn't have took it. It's too many miles.
Yes. Yeah, people really hate their
Now,
miles. I don't
don't get
know.
me wrong. I have turned down offers like this because of where it's going in time of day. But it was 11 miles, $30.75 plus. Turned out to pay $51.42. The base pay was $8.25, and the customer tip was $43.17. Now, had I not took that, I would have missed out on $43 tip.
Dang.
So I took that one, and right behind it, I got another one, $13 plus. Total will be higher. Diamond order, 5.3 miles. California Pizza CPK, 3 items. Right?
Right.
Ask me what it paid out.
What did it pay out?
Just take a guess. Just try to take a guess of what.
35.
Okay, just try to take a guess of what the peak pay was. I mean, not the peak pay, the base pay.
No clue. $8.
Nope. Base pay of $2.75.
Oh.
Customer tip $63.08.
Holy shit. Wait, what did that come on the screen as?
$13 plus 5.3
Yeah.
miles.
Wow. I've actually been seeing less pluses. Like it will just, but I mean, I'm sure they're out there.
And a lot of people won't take that plus because they're scared of it. Now, I was on live doing this one, and guess what? People said they wouldn't have took the 13 plus, but guess that was $126 in 45 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
In 45 minutes, Gave
Yeah.
me two back, not no, okay, I'm gonna get this one and wait an hour for another one. They were back to back. Had I
Yeah.
not, and then what I'm looking at, what I consider was that $30.50, that $30.50 plus order set me up because I took that order to the hospital. And then I didn't think I was getting a tip because it was the hospital and there's some cheap fuckers. Nurses and doctors are the worst, most cheapest people on the planet, right? To me, anyway.
Yeah. A lot of the time.
So, as soon as I dropped that one off, the $65 one came in. Now, just say, I'm not taking that 13 miles, 5.7 miles for $13. You just missed out on a $60 tip. And to throw another caveat in it, that's why I don't multi-app either.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's just an example, and I'm like, okay, when people, that was luck, whatever, it is what it is, right? So imagine I got the $30, I'm good now, content. I got my $30. They pay me 50, right?
Right.
I'm about to turn DoorDash off and turn on Uber.
Well, then good luck
I
getting
know,
that. Yeah.
right. So I see the $13 offer on DoorDash surpass that because Uber just dropped 26 on me.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it
I'm
really
not,
wasn't.
I'm not taking the 13 plus because Uber just dropped 26 flat. So I'm taking that 26 because it's more than 13, which in most cases you should, right?
Right.
But guess what? You just missed out on a $60 tip because you went multi-app. It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta. Yeah, I think you just gotta try things a bit for yourself with in regards to that. So you know for sure that it's, and I'm gonna keep trying, but you know for sure in your market it's just gonna work out more often enough on DoorDash. I think where you see a lot of people multi-apping is it's like they've been there for a while. And it
And,
just ends up working a little bit better. And that doesn't mean they aren't missing certain things, but it's just like if
and,
their average is higher on an hour by hour, then you know.
and I get all that. I get all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I would be feeling if I did that. Oh man, how do I know I didn't pass up this? How do I know I didn't pass up that? How do I know I didn't pass up this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jumping from this offer, this offer, this offer, this app, right? And this, don't get me wrong, if it's working for you, continue to do multi-app. Continue to do it. Look, I commend you. I can't, for one, I can walk and chew gum, but trying to walk, no, I can't. Too much. But needless to say, I got rid of the $13 and I missed $60 because I went to another app, not knowing.
Yeah.
And don't think these companies don't work together because they all got the same model now. They all have the same model. So now Grubhub's doing AR. China, well,
I thought for the longest time Uber doesn't care, but they might care now.
Uber, I was trying to say Uber following DoorDash and Grubhub's blueprint. They're all working together, and don't think for a minute. People gonna probably argue and try to discredit it. Don't think for a minute they not talking to each other. So when you pull up in your car as a FedEx guy pulling up and a UPS, them two trucks talking, whether the drivers or not, and your car, depending on the signal they're on, is trying to figure out you, the AI doing the same thing, right?
Right.
They're learning it. So they're gonna know this time, oh, I'm gonna be surprised if they say this time we about to take a Taco Bell order. Let them go ahead and get in that line, and we're gonna send this $20 order. All right, but here we go. Jeff, you can get this one, Jeff. This all yours because he just passed it up, don't even know it. I mean, I know it may sound crazy, but that's sometimes I think no, majority of the time, yeah. I think about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I still got a whole bunch of things to try out and learn, I guess.
Yeah, just try implement whatever. If it don't work, trust me, if it don't work, you'll know within the first.
Everything's working okay right now. It's just not working exceptional, or it's not working as well as I'd. It's working okay. I don't know. It's working okay, and I just want to see, does it get slightly better if I like stay consistent, and that's probably what I'm going to continue to do for this week, at least. That's. I mean, I don't have any plans to do anything else besides that. So yeah, and if it's consistent, maybe I'll just be good with it. But I definitely, I think a little bit of trying various stuff might be worth my time, but I don't know. I don't know. I think mostly, like for me, it's just I'm gonna try a few different zones, like you said. If you raved about West Bloomfield, and I don't know what it's like now, but it's probably worth trying again.
Yeah, no doubt, because they some of them people I do believe know. You know what I'm saying? I know I believe they know because when they can't get their way, they run back up for the trust fund.
Yep. All right. Well, it's super late here. I got to get at least a few hours, so I should let you go.
I'm about to. I was just about to tell you. I'm about to.
Yeah,
I'm about to end this stream. I'm about to lay it down because I will be back up in 4 hours.
Yep.
And back on the road.
All right then. Take care, man.
Yeah. You too.
Night.
Yeah. And y'all heard it. This has been another edition of Dash of Life. You know who it is. I'm your host. I'm the narrator. They call me Boots. I'll be picking things up and I'll be dropping them off. Holla at your boy.